Hey, Gracie, how are you? Hey, guys, welcome in. If you can, on the TikTok side, help out with those likes and with the live goal, if you can, get us out to the FYP. And if you voted for Donald Trump, hop in the box. Hey, welcome back. How are you? Glad we could help out, Courtney. Once again, guys, if you voted for Donald Trump, hop in the box. Let's have a conversation. Hey, Jano, how are you? Jimmy, what's up? Once again, guys, if you voted for Donald Trump, hop in the box and we can have a conversation. Our friend Erica is going to be joining us today. So that'll be fun. We're also up on the tube as well. We're going to start taking guests. So once again, guys, help out with that live goal, and we're going to start talking to people.
Hello.
Kirk, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
19, Pennsylvania, 2006, September 2nd.
Oh, okay. Do you want to talk about one of the subjects above or something else that Donald Trump is doing right now?
Charlie Kirk. I want you right now to directly prove to me Charlie Kirk is racist.
Excuse me?
Tell me, what was racist about Charlie Kirk?
What was racist about Charlie Kirk is what you'd like me to prove to you?
Yeah.
Okay, just 1 second.
Joy Reid and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson were affirmative action picks, we would have been called the... It's all about empathy and sympathy. I can't stand the word empathy, actually. I think empathy is a made-up New Age term.
That was weird. Why did it go to that?
All right, so
that was, hang on, excuse me. Hang on 1 sec. It didn't play
Okay,
the.
now
It
you're
didn't. It
playing
didn't
these
play
at
the. It didn't
multiple
play the.
times.
It didn't play. Hang on 1 sec, bud. Excuse me. It didn't play the. It didn't play the full clip for some odd reason. Just give me 1 second here. Sorry. Let's play it for everybody.
If we played the full clip,
really
the
have to
context would
wonder.
be gone.
In fact, you know, if we would have said 3 weeks ago, Blake, if we would have said that Joy Reid and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson were affirmative action picks, we would have been called the racist. But now they're coming out and they're saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know. You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. you had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously. Play cut 52.
Okay, so do black women not have the brain processing power to do those jobs? Yes or no?
He did not say that. Black
He
people don't have
literally
the brain processing
just said that.
No, he said.
He
them-
literally
them
just
three
said that.
specifically.
He literally
Them
just
three
said that.
specifically.
He literally
He
just
never
said that.
mentioned black women as a whole.
He literally just said that those women don't have the brain processing power to do the job.
Yeah, those
And they
three
and that
women.
they cool. So since he said that, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna list you the qualifications for Supreme Court justice for Amy Coney Barrett and for Ketanji Brown Jackson, and you're gonna tell me who is who. Are you ready?
All right.
Okay, cool. So one of them went to Notre Dame. Okay, one of them went to Notre Dame and graduated summa cum laude, and then was a law professor for a number of years, and only spent 2 years as a judicial law clerk. Practiced law for 3 years, and then worked briefly in the presidential election in 2000, and then spent a few more years as a law professor. The other one went to Harvard, both for undergrad and for law school, clerked for multiple federal judges, then was a federal judge for a number of years, then worked on the United States Sentencing Commission, then the Senate Judiciary Committee favorably reported her nomination by voice vote. Then she succeeded Michael E. Horowitz, who served from 2003 to 2009 on the Sentencing Committee to head the Sentencing Commission. Then worked as a United States District Judge for the Districts of Columbia. Which is
The
which?
first one is the white one. The second one is the black one.
Fantastic. So who's more qualified to be a Supreme Court justice?
The black girl.
Fantastic. So who has more brain processing power, and why didn't Charlie Kirk go after Amy Coney Barrett? That's what I thought. Fucking racism. That's what I thought. It's fucking racism, bro. That's what I fucking thought. Boom.
How is that now, explain to me where in that sentence he specifically said, I don't like black people.
Oh, so somebody has to say, I don't like black people for it to be racism? Are you fucking stupid? Are you fucking stupid? Kid.
I'm stupid because I'm black.
Oh, you're black?
Yeah, do you know how racist
Wait a
that is,
second.
sir?
So wait a second. How would I have known you were black? You just told me you were black. No, you're not stupid because you're black. You're just stupid.
Because I'm black. That's the exact logic that you're
No.
using.
No, I didn't. No. Hey,
Exactly.
bud, you got to stop talking for a second because you didn't listen to what I said. What I said was, you're not stupid because you're black. Not at all. You're just stupid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. If you would
Yep.
realize,
Yep.
that's the exact
Yep.
same thing that Charlie
Yep.
Kirk said.
No, in fact, that's literally not what he said. In fact, he specifically said these are black women who are only in their positions because they're black. That's specifically what he said in that clip. I am specifically saying you're just stupid because you're stupid. Has nothing to do with the color of your skin, my friend.
Okay, yeah. Hold on. Let me inform you on this. You know what affirmative action is, right?
Yes, I do know what affirmative action is. Oh, please tell me, 19-year-old child, all about affirmative action.
Let me inform you how predatory it is. Affirmative action, it would look at me, look at the color of my skin, and then proceed to say to me, hey, you're too dumb to get a job on your own.
That's literally not true, number one. And who did affirmative action benefit the most while it was still in law?
White one.
Fantastic. So why the fuck are you complaining about it? It also no longer exists.
Yeah, because now it got replaced with something that's actually probably maybe a little bit better DEI.
So, number one, again, you're really fucking dumb, kid. So, number one, DEI existed simultaneously with affirmative action because affirmative action and DEI are not the same thing. You do realize that, right? Affirmative action, EEOC, and DEI are three separate things. And I know you don't even know what EEOC
I know
is.
that they're
What's
three
the
separate
what's the
things, but they are-
EEOC? What's the EEOC?
The EEOC.
Yep.
I don't know specifically.
There you go. So you don't even know what that third one is that I just mentioned, but you're going to sit up here and you're going to try to say that DEI replaced affirmative action. And by the way, it's DEIA. It's not even DEI. What does the A stand for?
Diversity, and exclusivity, and
Dude, you don't even know what the fucking acronyms are?
diversity, X something, and inclusivity.
Kid, I feel so bad for you. Like, really, like, go do your fucking homework,
Diversity,
kid.
equity, and inclusion.
Oh, did you? And what's the A stand for, buddy?
DEI, both DEI and DEIA.
What does the A stand for?
Here.
Do you need to Google it? You want to take a minute and do some Googling, bud? And then
accessibility.
also, once you've done that, why don't you come back and why don't you explain to me, who does DEIA help the most, especially in the federal workforce? Who does it help the most? Yeah, Google. Quick. Hurry, quick. Maybe use ChatGPT, because then it'll give you like some weird, vaguely like almost correct information, but not quite, without a source. But here, I'll help you out, bud. Do you know who it benefits the most in the federal workforce? Veterans. So you're anti-veteran is what you're saying? You don't want veterans to get help?
Specifically, I just.
Hey, what is DEIA and how does it help people in the workforce?
It's mainly made for discrimination, mainly against Asian and white men.
How does it discriminate against Asian people and white men? I'd love to know.
All right, so here, you have 5 people in a room. One's a white woman, another's a black woman, another is a Hispanic woman. The other 2 is a white man and a white Asian. Not a white Asian, but Asian man. If they're all equally qualified, DEI, if it had to pick 3 of them, it wouldn't pick randomly. It would
DEI isn't about hiring practices, you fucking moron. You realize that, right? DEI isn't about hiring practices. You're talking about something related to hiring practices, and DEIA is about diversity, equality, inclusion, and accessibility within the workforce. So let me explain DEIA to you, because you're too young and too stupid to understand it. So allow me to help you out. If you have a veteran who is coming to work at your place of employment, which I know you don't have a job and you're just some kid, but one day when you do maybe have a job, like in a corporate environment, let's say at your job you would go to a DEIA training and they would say, hey, John is a veteran, and what we're going to do is, just so you know, John, you can't walk up behind John and play a prank on him and surprise him, because John has PTSD, because John was in Iraq. So here, I'm in the middle of a fucking sentence, kid. If you don't shut the fuck up, I will boot you. Be respectful, because you're fucking dumb, and I'm trying to teach you something about something you don't know fucking shit about. Yeah, shut the fuck up, kiddo. Oh, run away like a little bitch. That's what I thought. I really don't give a fuck what color your skin is. You're just not that intelligent, kid. Learn something. Oh, man. Listen, if you're going to sit here and try to lecture me on DEIA, oof. Oh, yeah, I don't know, whatever. Even if he was black, if he wasn't black, I really don't care. That's just ridiculous. So, anyways, guys, if you voted for Donald Trump, hop in the box. Let's have a conversation. Oh, Erica, you missed it. I don't even know if he really was black. It was funny. But hop in the box. Let's have a conversation. He ran away. He ran right away. Erica didn't run away. Erica's here. We're going to move on to our next Trump supporter. Guys, we are up on the tube. We're up on the tube. If you're over on the tube, hello to you friends who are over on the tube with us. I know that you can't see our guests as they come up, but you can hear them, which is lots of fun. So glad you guys are here. Thank you for all of our support on the tube side. Also, if you guys see on the screen, there are ways to support both my friend Erica, who has just joined us. She's on the lower side of your screen, and myself. I'm on the upper side of the screen. So you can see what those are because they're very clearly written on the screen. I won't mention them here on the TikTok side, but if you're on the TikTok side, you know how to access that shit. You know what to do. So, yeah, anyways, good times. All right? Fantastic. Erica, how are you doing today? What's happening?
Hello, Matthew. I've just got back from the vet. Can you hear Buzz panting?
Man, Buzz is panting right the fuck away. Wow, we did have 2 people in the guest box, and when I just went to go accept somebody, they're both gone. So pop on up, Trump supporters. If you voted for Donald Trump, now is the time to get in the box because we have no one. We're just looking for Trump supporters right now. Trump supporters, get in the box. And thank you, Gen X Leftist. I love my Moog shirt. Officially from the Moog company store that I got when I got my mini Moog. So, big fan. Yes.
They did like synths and stuff, didn't they?
Still do.
Oh, still do.
Still do.
You know.
Basically, the most famous synthesizer company in the world. Saying famous and synthesizer back to back, that did not work well for me. But yeah,
famous synthesizer.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a tongue twister for me apparently. Holy cow.
Oh, weird.
Famous synthesizer. Anyways, yeah. So once again, guys, if you voted for Donald Trump, we want you to hop up in the box. If you are on the tube side and you'd like to, that's funny. That guy got a. He was gonna be gone anyways because he got a violation. So that's hilarious. But if you guys voted for Donald Trump, we want you to hop in the box. If you're on the tube side and you'd like to join in the discussion right now. We are only accessing it this way. However, we are getting set up to do Discord discussions. And Discord discussions are fun because they allow for access to both our panelists and outside guests. So we're working on that, working on setting it up. Very exciting, very, very exciting stuff. So anyways, if you vote for Donald Trump, we want to talk to you. Maybe you can do a better job than that last kid because that was embarrassing for him. Yes, Hector, I do Friday afternoons, most Fridays. So here we are, and most Friday afternoons with my friend Erica. So loads of fun.
Yeah, this is the time when I'm awake when Matt is on. I do. By the way, if you are one of the 7 people who sent me Matt's live at approximately 4 a.m. my time, thanks for that. It didn't wake me up, don't worry about it, but I also was not able to join. However, I just want to point out that not this coming week, but the week after, I am not at work. So who knows?
Who knows? No one knows. Tomorrow never knows. So yeah. It is where Eric. It's 5:30 in Erica land right now. 5:30.
Yeah. In the future, it's 5:34 p.m.
It's the future. So once again, guys, if you voted for Donald Trump, hop in the box. I can't believe that we only had one Trump supporter, and we've had close to 500 people in here for a little while, and that was it. That's all that we had. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, Erica land, whether the fuck she is over there, you know.
I call it whatever I like. It belongs to me. It's fine. If you are a Trump supporter and you dislike a foreigner speaking on your politics, please do come and shout at me.
Hi, Cap. Captain Tibbetts. Hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah, T-Bet for Tinian Island. I ready for takeoff and bombing China and Korea with nuke.
Okay, bud. All right. Well, you have another sip of the vodka, and das vidania. Okay.
I can't remember what cheers is in Russian, but whatever cheers is in Russian.
Yeah, I don't whatever. Yeah, but cool. Free.
Niet.
Prost. Well, Prost
That's it,
is yeah,
Prost.
Prost. Yeah. Bastrovia.
Nostro.
Nostrovia,
in-
like in Fiddler.
Yeah, in I can't remember. In Irish, it's sláinte, isn't it? And Scotland, it is. I can't remember what it is. It's very similar to the Irish word. Hang on, I'll have to remember.
All right, guys, I've invited Soren. I highly doubt that Soren's going to come up and talk. Soren seems like a beta bitch for the comments, but we'll see. Oh, hey, it's Soren. Hi, Soren. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did.
Cool. Age and state where you voted, please.
34, Rhode Island.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, we're neighbors. I'm in Massachusetts.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Fantastic. So, do you want to talk about one of the subjects above, or something else that Donald Trump is doing right now?
I'm kind of curious. Like you're kind of against the whole racist thing, but why are you? You're sitting here as how old are you? Like 60, maybe close to 60, and you're bullying 19-year-old kids on the internet.
Well,
What's
number
the
one.
difference?
Well, number one, I'm 42, and also I'm not.
42. Oh, damn! I feel bad.
Oh yeah.
for you,
Oh,
buddy.
cool. Well, why don't you turn your camera on? I invited you to turn your camera on, so turn your camera
I mean,
on.
you can see my picture. I mean, right?
What's that? No, I
You
can't.
see
You
my-
can.
You can see my picture, right?
No, I can't. Turn your camera on. I just sent you a link to turn your camera on. So don't be a little bitch. Turn your camera on.
Why don't you come see me in person and we?
No, just turn your camera on. I mean, since you're gonna come up here and insult someone's appearance, why don't you just turn your camera on? Unless you're scared. It sounds like
Oh,
you're
wait,
scared.
You gonna keep muting me? Is that?
Well, no, because I'll let you talk. I just want you to turn your camera on. Be a man and turn your camera on and face me like a real man.
How about you meet me in person? You're in Massachusetts,
Oh,
and then we'll see.
shut up.
No. Hey, bud, it's simple. I'd be happy to, but at first thing would be just face me like a man and turn your
Let's
camera
meet in
on.
person.
Okay, I
We'll
will.
see.
I'd be happy to, but first thing would be turn your camera on and meet me like a man, because you are showing in front of 450 people that you're too scared to even turn your camera on, which means I highly doubt that you would meet me in person because you won't even turn your camera on the internet.
Yeah, keep muting me, pussy.
Okay, bud.
you like-
I mean, considering the fact that
Listen,
you want to hold on, hey, bud. If you won't even turn your camera on, this really isn't going to go well for you.
Listen, meet me in person or shut your mouth.
Okay. Like I said, I'd be happy. Hey, bud. Hey, Soren. I would be happy to, but you won't even turn your camera on.
What does that have to do with anything? Come meet me in person. I'll show you what I look like.
So, hang on a second, Soren. Can I ask you a
Why are
question?
you so scared?
How old did you say you were?
Liberal tears.
How
You keep
old?
muting
How
people
old?
because you're scared.
How old?
I'm
Soren,
34.
I know you.
34. I
You're
said it.
34. You look no
Okay.
younger. You look no younger than Matt does. And can I just say, there
Really?
are things that-
Okay.
there are
Coming
things
from
that
some British lady.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh no!
All
What
right.
an insult!
You,
what
how
an
about you're not even from this country?
we're on the internet. This isn't a country, just so you know. But secondly, that widow's peak, surgeons can do something about the extent
Widow's
of that
peak?
widow's peak.
Ooh.
Really?
Like it
Oh,
nearly,
that's called a haircut.
reaches mid forehead. It's crazy times.
It's
Oh,
funny. This
that
guy says you'll meet
nervous-
me in
that
person,
nervous-
You'll be the first person to run in
Hey,
the
bud.
other direction.
I would be
You're the
so.
first
Hey, bud.
person.
Again, I would be so happy to. But again, we both know that you would
man.
never do it because you won't even turn your camera
Do you
on.
want to bet? I will give
Yeah.
me your address. I'll meet you there today.
No, turn your camera on. Listen,
Give me
I'll
your
tell you what.
address.
I
I'll
will
meet
if you
there,
if
and
you
I'll
turn.
see. And we'll see.
I will if you turn your camera on. I'll give you my
I'll
address.
show you my face and
If you turn your camera on, I'll give you my address.
give me your address.
If you turn your camera on, I'll give you my address. But you're too much of a pussy to even turn your camera on.
See,
Look at
the
this.
liberal-
Look at this, guys. He's too scared to even turn his camera on. And he wants to say, like, meet me. Come meet me. Look at me, guys. I'm a big guy, and I won't even turn my camera on.
Yeah, keep muting me, pussy boy. You can't handle it, dude. You're liberal tears. You guys are all pussies. If you're such a bully, come meet me in person and let's see what happens.
Oh, my God. Oh, look at
You like
that.
to bully?
When did
Yeah,
they
go ahead.
pop
Oh,
it?
wow,
When did
thank
the,
you. You're
when
showing
did
me
the, sh-
off.
when
Look
did
at
the
that.
Schmidt, when did the Schmidt Youth haircut make a comeback? When did that happen? Why
That's
have
what
you
a man
got?
looks like.
Why have you got so much filter on? What are you trying to
not a
hide with that
filter.
amount of filter? That is
That's a
absolutely a filter.
filter.
That's
you
a
look
filter.
like you've smeared Vaseline all over your camera.
What are you talking about?
Everybody knows what I'm talking
How
about.
is that a filter? What is that a-
to fuck?
Well, the color of the fucking filter? That's not anything to do with
It
my
looks
face.
like you've put some kind of smoothing liquid all over your, like it's
My
crazy
hair?
times.
I have gel in my hair.
No,
It's
your
called.
face.
Your face, bro.
It's so filtered.
I mean, that's an old. I mean, that picture is just the way it came out. It's not filtered. It's the color.
Just the way it came
Oh
out,
my
Matt. I
God.
didn't turn the filters on just because there were 25 of them on when I took the photo.
So all right. So
That's not my
listen,
fault.
Matt. What does me having to do?
Wait.
Putting my camera on have to do with meeting. In
Wait
person?
a second. Hold on,
Without
bud.
muting
Wait a
me.
second. Hold on. Now, wait a second. You came up here and I just wanted to talk politics with you,
Because
and you
you
wanted
talk a
to
lot of
attack
shit,
my, and you
bro.
wanted to attack my appearance. I never attacked your appearance
Yeah,
before you
because
attacked
you're
mine.
talking ab-
No, shut the fuck up, kiddo. So, anyways, here's the thing. You wanted to attack my appearance, so I said, why don't
You
you
got a
just
big
turn
mouth
your
for a
cam?
liberal,
Why don't
dude,
you
I'll
just
say
turn
that.
your camera on and be a man? And just face me like a man. But see, here's the thing. You're too
No, I'm
scared.
not gonna beat it.
You're
I'll be
too scared to even turn your camera on. So no, Butto, you're not
How
gonna
about
meet me in
this?
person.
Let's make a deal.
No,
Yeah,
let's
you know
let's
what?
hey, let's not. Let's just not. If you want to
You're
talk
not gonna meet me in
politics,
person.
if you want to talk politics, I'll talk politics with you. But let's just be clear. You're too fucking afraid to turn your camera on.
Okay.
You're not gonna meet me
Let's
anywhere,
talk in
cheapo.
person. Well, yeah, let's meet. Let's go. I thought I was a pussy. Let's go meet. In
Well,
person.
because you are, because you won't even turn your camera on. So here's the thing: is that if you're going to be big man and say I'm gonna meet you, blah, 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 the first step would
I
be
didn't say I
prove
was
to
a
all
big
these
man.
people that you're not even afraid to turn your
I don't need to
phone
prove it
camera
to
on.
anybody.
You kind of do at this point
I'll
because
prove it to
no.
you.
At this point, I have to tell you, bud. You kind of
me,
do
buddy.
have to prove it because you've talked a big game, and now everybody in here knows that you're literally too scared to show your face
I'm
on
scared,
camera.
I didn't, who's the person afraid to meet me in person? Was it me or you?
I-
Soren,
Okay.
we're happy.
All right,
we're
keep
happy
running,
for you,
libtard.
Soren.
Yeah,
Oh, of course. We're happy for
exactly.
you to give
Oh, no.
us your address.
I know you're not going to meet me in person because
What?
you can't
No,
even
but
get
no,
out of your
we are. We're
wheelchair.
gonna-
First of all, you're sitting in
Soren,
a
we're
fucking
gonna-
wheelchair.
Soren, we're going to meet at your address.
Yeah,
So
come on.
can you just give it to us all now, please?
Let's go. I'm probably about an hour away. Actually, Soren, I'm probably wherever you are. I'm probably about an hour away for you. So give out your address and let's go. I'm coming.
Well, we'll meet halfway somewhere. I'll give you the benefit there.
No.
What do you
Give
want?
your address. No, your address. Come on. I'm
No,
coming.
We'll meet somewhere in the middle. I don't want it to get. I don't need your address.
Wait,
Just
are
meet
you?
somewhere
Hold
in the
on.
middle.
Are you afraid of me actually coming? Why are you afraid?
What do you mean? I'll meet you somewhere.
Wait
in
a
the middle,
second.
so
Hold
you don't
on.
have to
Are
get
you?
to
Hold
my
on.
house.
Hey, bud. Are you afraid that I'm actually going to come?
No, I don't. Think
It
you'd
sounds
show
like
up
you
because
might
you're
be
a
afraid that I'm actually going to show up. So why don't
You
you
would-
give me your
okay.
address? Why don't you give me your address? Because I'm
You know
ready
what-
and
you know
willing.
what you're
Let
gonna
me
do?
see
You're
how
gonna
far
send the
away.
police to my house because you're
Oh
a
no,
pussy.
no. Oh no, absolutely not. Because there's nothing that the police could do based on this conversation. No, let me explain something. See, my partner's an attorney, and there's nothing that the police could do based on this conversation. So I can tell you that. No, absolutely not. No, I just would like to come and have a chat with you. So since you're not afraid of me, give me your address.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you're not afraid. So give me your
of
address. Let's
course,
go.
yeah.
I'm waiting.
Comeback, right? That's your comeback.
What comeback? I'm waiting. Come on.
You said you were gonna give me. You said
I-
you were gonna give me yours.
I'll be done at 4 p.m. I'm waiting on your address, Soren. We're all waiting. I have things to do. I've got more people to talk to. I'll be done at 4 p.m. Give me your address, please. We're waiting. We're all waiting. I've got my Google Maps out.
Make it
What's your
easy. I'll
address?
give you my address, right? And if you say that I'm
Look,
a pussy,
I got
in
my
real
Google.
life,
Let's.
I
I've got
will
my.
give you 10 grand.
I got my Google Maps up right here. I'm happy to do
Give
it.
you
What's your
$10,000.
address? What's your
I'll give you
address?
10 grand.
Why
I
are you
will.
filibustering? I just need your
I'm gonna give
address.
it to you. I'll
Cool.
send
Why
it
are
to
you
in a PM.
filibustering?
I'm gonna
Waiting.
PM it to you. I'm making a deal. If you say that I'm a pussy in real life,
No, I'm
Nope.
sorry. There's no.
I'll give you 10 grand.
No.
No. Okay. No. Nobody needs your money.
Nope.
First of all. Second of all, you were quite happy for Matt to tell you his address on the live in front of everybody. So why don't you take a dose of your own medicine and you tell us your address if
I'll
you're
give
not
it to him
scared?
in a PM. And
No,
if he
no, no.
shows up
Nope.
You wanted
and
his
says
address
I'm a
on the
pussy,
live.
I will give you $10,000.
You wanted his
Cash.
address on the live, so we'll have your
10
address on
grand.
the live. Thank you. Nobody
I know you're
needs
not
your
gonna show
money.
up because you're in a wheelchair. You can't even.
Matt is not in a wheelchair, but even if he was, what would be the fucking problem with that? So you're not only do you know nothing about politics, otherwise you'd be talking about politics, but you're also ableist. Well done, you. You're making yourself look really good right now.
You done muting me, or are you gonna keep trying?
Hey,
You done?
Hey, it's Soren. Anyways, we're still waiting on your address. This is really sad for you at this
You said
point.
you were gonna give me
Like
yours,
everybody knows that you won't turn your camera on, you won't give your address, you won't talk about politics. Like,
you wouldn't rather meet in person?
I'm waiting on your address so that we can meet in person anytime.
You said you were gonna give me yours first.
I'm waiting on your address. I said, hey, bud.
What happened to that?
Oh, well, what was the condition? Hold on, bud. Soren, what was the
So
condition?
I have to turn my camera on.
Yeah.
So what, you could,
Yeah, you have to turn your camera on.
and what
Yep.
does that accomplish?
Well, it would actually show that you're not a complete little bitch. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting, right?
Really?
I know.
Yeah,
So it would
but
actually
would be-
anyways, we're still waiting. I'm just done. I'm done with this conversation because you won't turn your camera on. You won't give your address. You just want to sit up here and filibuster.
Yeah.
And people are getting tired of this shit. I have other guests to get to. So are you going to actually say anything or are you just going to wah, wah, wah?
All right, keep bullying 19-year-olds because you're a little fucking 40-year-old little gremlin,
Oh,
and you
sorry.
have no balls.
So we still can't hold up any end of any bargain here.
Nope.
You're still first of all, there is no bullying that goes on here. You, as that guy was, are free to drop whenever you like. We cannot make you stay. And bullying, yeah, you are being muted, correct. Bullying,
Keep muting me, pussy.
bullying relies on somebody not being able to leave. You can leave and he could leave at whatever time you want to.
Mm-hmm.
You done?
No, I don't think I am. I'm just gonna keep going because it's fun.
I mean, this is really embarrassing. Like, I
It
would have.
really
I
is
honestly, dude, if I were
embarrassing.
you, I would have run by now because at this point, like, you've literally shown all of these people that you're too afraid to turn your camera on and you're too afraid to give your address out. How tall are you, kid?
6'1". What's so funny about that? What's funny about that? You're like
Okay,
5'8".
bud.
You're not even. I bet you're not even 5. You're not even 6 feet.
Sure, bud. Okay, whatever you say.
Let's stand up. Go ahead. How tall are you?
How would me standing up on camera let you know how tall I was? How the fuck would that even, like, are you that
How tall are you
dumb?
then?
Are you
How tall are
honestly
you?
that dumb?
Tell me your height.
Are you honestly that dumb?
Okay, instead of yeah.
Okay, I'm 5 feet tall. How about that? I'm 5 feet
You're
tall.
5 feet?
Yeah, I'm
Real?
5 feet
Serious?
tall. No,
Man,
what the
what's
fuck,
so
dude?
funny about
But you know
being
what?
6'1"?
That's about as real as you being 6'1".
Oh my god, this guy is funny.
But
You're
you know what?
funny, bro.
Honestly, though, you saying that you're 6'1" is about the funniest thing that I've heard come out of a herpes sore today.
Really, and it's funny because if I will show you in person, but you're a little twat.
Yeah, you would show me in person, except for the fact that I don't have your address, so I can't come visit you because you won't give it. And also, you won't even turn your camera on.
5 feet and you're fucking 250 pounds, dude.
Yeah.
You're a fucking tank, dude.
Dude, what, guys? Hey, chat. I just would like to poll you guys real quick. Does anyone actually think that Soren is 6'1"? Put a 1 in the chat if you think that Soren is 6'1". Put a 2 in the chat if you think that he's definitely not 6'1". 2 for no, 1 for yes. 2 for no, 1 for yes.
Please bet me anything.
Oh boy, man, the chat is really against you, bud. Hey, by the way,
Obviously, it's your stupid fan base, all the libtards.
oh no,
Is your hair blue?
does it look blue, or are you just that
I
blind?
mean, you tell me. Is it blue? You
You're
should
an
paint it
actual.
blue.
You're an actual idiot.
This is amazing.
You can literally see his hair
Look.
right in front of you. Does it look blue?
Look how tilted you guys get. It's so.
Nobody's tilted. I'm British. You clearly have never spoken to a British person before. We sound
I know,
like
because-
we're stern and condescending.
Your
And in
teeth are
your
yellow.
case, in
Yeah.
your case, I am both stern and condescending.
Hey, Soren, I do have one question for you though. Can I ask you a question though, real quick? Just
Sure,
out
go
of
ahead.
genuine curiosity.
Ask me a question.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
I was just wondering why you decided to open your mouth when no one has their dick out in front of it. Anyways.
That was a good question.
Yeah, it just was kind of curious. I'm just so curious. Like, I'm just so curious how me standing up on camera would let him know how tall I was, as if there was some like reference guide. Like there's like the numbers next to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, guys, I'm 5'11". I have whatever. Like, it's no problem. That guy that guy was not 6'1". Just FYI.
I'm 5'1". There is nothing wrong with people that are in the vicinity of 5 foot.
No,
We're
no.
fucking awesome.
No,
So
not at all. I just wanted to say something that I thought he would find absurd, so that I could throw that back at him because I thought it was fucking hilarious. But hello, hello, friend, Keegan.
Hey,
How are you?
good. I literally just texted you that. He was like, stand up. And then he goes, do you have blue hair? Like, can you fucking see?
I mean, apparently, like, I don't know. Like, all right, bro. I don't fucking care. Like, whatever. Anyways, that was hilarious. I haven't had that good of a laugh in a while. That was awesome. Anyways, guys, we're gonna keep talking to Trump supporters. Also, we love the TikTok shop, like so much. Love the TikTok shop. And for those of you who haven't, go to my showcase and pick up your copy of A People's History of the United States. People's History of the United States by Howard Zinn. It's one of the best books that I've ever read. I strongly recommend it to you guys. And you know what? If you don't get it from there, that's totally fine. Get it used. Pick it up at your local library. Grab it on Audible. I don't fucking care. Wherever you get it. If you want to get it from my showcase, that's great. And I'm saying it, for our wonderful overlords. We love our alien overlords. I, for one, welcome our alien overlords. But if you want to get it in any one of those other ways, you should get it. You should read it. You should learn about our history. Okay, so do that. Do that thing. Keegan, you gonna stick around for a minute?
Yep, I'll hang out.
All right, cool. Well, let's talk to some more people. Well, guys, we're just looking for Trump supporters right now. Trump supporters only, please. Cash, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
No, I didn't. Sorry. I didn't realize you were asking for Trump supporters. I was going to cancel, but I did want to say, pushing the Howard Zinn book is very, very cool, and you're super based.
Oh, thanks.
And that was fucking cool. Yeah, so I fucked with you very heavily.
Oh, thank you, friend. We appreciate it. Yeah, we're just looking for Trump supporters right now. But Cash, I really appreciate you so much, and thanks for being here listening. Okay, bud.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, cheers, bro.
my friend Nigel just said in the comments that that Soren would like a copy of your book and he's going to pick it up from your house.
I would have driven him a copy if I had his
There we go.
address.
Delivery.
I would have delivered. PL, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Hey, how's it going?
Hi. How are you?
Good.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah, 3 times actually.
Okay. Can you tell us your age and what state you voted in, please?
27 in Illinois.
Okay. Do you want to talk about one of the subjects above or something else that Donald Trump is doing right now?
Let's talk about the shutdown. So I will say this. I don't think the federal government's looking to pay for illegals for healthcare, etc.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Have they done that before?
we have enough people in this country that aren't getting by, which not one of them, but I feel like we should take care of American citizens before we take care of illegals. You know what I mean? I know Erica's from the UK and they have plenty of illegals over there. They can do that. That's fine. But here in America, I think there's plenty of people who won the popular vote that don't want to import a bunch of illegals.
Can you substantiate your first claim?
My what?
Your claim that there are plenty of illegals in the UK and that the government is paying for their healthcare. Can you substantiate that, please?
Ma'am,
Off
could
go.
you walk on the street safely without being stabbed, possibly?
Yes, every day I walk on. In fact, I'll tell you this: I've lived in this country for 46 years.
How
of my
about
life.
with that
Theo,
digital ID?
Theo,
How do you
I
feel with the
have never-
digital ID, Erica?
Oh, so a what?
The digital ID in the UK?
They haven't brought a digital ID in. What are you talking about?
Oh, they aren't bringing it in?
They're talking
Yeah.
about it. They're talking about it, but it hasn't.
Did
been
they
passed
not
through
just have an interview yesterday
No,
saying it's going to be
okay.
mandatory
They
to have a
haven't
job in
pa-
the UK?
They haven't passed it through Parliament.
PL,
and it-
have you actually
they-
ever left
Oh,
the
okay.
country? Genuinely?
Have I what?
Have you left the country?
Yes, absolutely.
Have you been to the UK?
I've not been to the UK. Been to Europe, not the UK. There's
Okay,
no need
well,
to
I
go, there's
promise you-
no need to go to the UK because
I
don't wanna go to
promise
some
you and can assure you
washed
that
up
when you
island.
walk on the street, you're not going to be in fear of being stabbed.
I don't know. I've seen videos that it's pretty interesting what's going on in the streets.
Hang on 1 second, Erica. The statistics for that particular crime, when compared to the United States.
Are you talking gun
Excuse me. Hey,
violence
PL. I'm sorry. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Erica. Could you just calm down for 1 second, Erica?
I'm fine.
Cool. I don't know why you started talking when I was talking to somebody else.
Finish
Anyways,
it, Matt.
dude, what? Why do you keep interrupting me? Can you just like be an adult and hang on for a second? Thank you. Anyways, Erica. Cool. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
Sorry, I just thought I'd come and walk down a street in the UK
Seems pretty rural.
and
to me.
not get
Go to
and
a
not
city.
get
Go to a
stabbed.
city.
I am in a city. This is a city. I live in a city. What were you saying?
Oh, we,
What you want the statistics? Cool.
It
In
must
my
be a
entire
white neighborhood.
country,
Must
last
be a
year,
white neighborhood.
732 people. 700. No, actually, the people who live in that house are Asian. People that live in that house are Polish. The people that live in that house over there are Asian. What the fuck are you talking about? It's not a white neighborhood. Anyway, I'll just carry on.
Probably not many
Um,
Muslims there. That's for sure.
Sorry, it's probably not what?
Probably not too many Muslims there.
They're Muslims, and the people in the house I just showed you were Muslims.
I feel like you're just making shit up.
Oh, I'm not.
This guy is like the best rage baiter that I've seen on one of your lives, maybe ever.
So anyway, in my entire country last year, 700 and I think it was 8.
Oh, Erica, we're losing you a little bit there.
In your country, it was 15.
Erica, we're losing you. Your signals. Your
keeping-
signals going in and out there. Hold on.
The UK doesn't
Oh,
have better
okay, I'll
Wi-Fi.
go back to the house.
Yeah, I think you might have to. You might have to go
Look,
back
I'm
to the
outside
house.
the house.
Yeah.
I'm
Jesus.
literally outside my house. I'm not in my house.
Are you guys all
Wi-Fi
tiny over
doesn't
there? There's a
extend.
lot of small vehicles.
No, we're not tiny. We just don't need. Why would you need a huge vehicle?
Well, I mean, yeah, you guys are about to get limited on your carbon footprint, but digital ID, you're right.
PL, you don't seem to be the.
No. So anyway,
Yeah. Erica, could you repeat the statistics? Because you
I'll
were.
say this again.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. So per capita in the United States, it's something like 4.8 people per 100,000. are unalive with a sharp, pointy object. In the UK, it's about 3.5. So you're more likely to be unalived in the US by a sharp, pointy object. But on top of that,
Who
you
commits
also,
most of the murders in the United States? Just curious.
it doesn't. I'm sorry. I'll finish what I'm saying.
Okay.
In your country, you're more likely to be unalive with a sharp, pointy object, and you have these things called guns.
Yeah, that's true.
15,000 people in your country every year get purposefully unalived by a gun. In
You
my
guys don't have
country,
any, correct?
in
The
my-
gun
no,
control's
that's
pretty tight there,
false.
right?
That's wrong.
That's false.
Okay, hunting
Jesus.
rifles. Do you guys?
Do we need more than that?
I mean, I think you should be allowed to carry a pistol. That's for sure.
Well, you don't live here, and guess why we're not allowed?
Well, I
to
don't
have
want to
them?
live there, man.
Yes. Well, nobody wants you. The reason.
Well, I
that
mean,
we
if I
don't
was
have
Muslim,
them-
you'd probably want me. That's for sure.
The reason that we don't have them is because the British public, after the Dunblane massacre, the British public, more people signed a petition to ban guns than had ever signed any petition in the history of the country, and people went and gave their guns in. Whereas in your country, people go, no, my rights are more important than children.
Children, I mean, I would say they're probably the lowest on the unalived, but I mean, statistics do not lie.
Oh,
What's the
Who
biggest
commits
cause?
who commits
what's
most of the murders?
biggest-
He's just about to
What-
1350.
Just curious.
yeah.
What's the biggest cause of death for children under the age of 18, out of interest?
Under the age of 18,
Yeah.
the biggest cause of death, I would
Yeah.
say illness.
No, it's guns.
You're gonna have to pull up a source for that, man.
It used to be car accidents, but now
Man,
it's
you're
guns.
going to have to pull
I
up a
could
source.
pull up
for
a
that.
source. Hold on.
Sure. no
Okay,
problem.
so who commits most of the crime in this country? Just curious.
You personally.
No. I'm talking race.
Why are you talking about race?
Well, I mean, if you're talking about America, I think it's a key thing to know who.
So
commits
who do
most
you
of the
think
crime.
commits the most crimes in the United States?
African Americans commit 50% of the
I would
murders,
like
and about
chat to
5%
give
of
me
the
roses
population.
for being right and calling it 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, yeah, that was 100% coming. Actually, so it's actually people who are in poverty commit the most crime in America.
I think it's African Americans and 5% because I'm excluding the female population of the
So you
percentage.
think because you don't have a source, and even if you did have a source,
Actually,
why
the
is that?
FBI, page 26 of the government website, it
Does it
actually
track arrests or
states
convictions?
there's a whole chart there that breaks it down.
Yeah,
every
I'm
Okay,
well
can
aware
you
of the
pull it
chart.
up
Does
for
that
us really
no,
quick?
I'm well aware he's right. The chart,
yeah, let me
he's
put my
right. The
camera
chart
on
is
and I'll put it
Here,
as my
here,
background.
PL,
okay?
can you read what's on the screen there? From the John Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health. What does it say?
Well, it's
What does
half
it
of
say?
cut off.
What does it say? Half of it's not cut off on my screen. I'll read it for you.
I can-
Firearms remain leading cause of death for children and teens, and disproportionately
there are
affect
a lot
people
of
of color.
children in the ghetto that get shot. That is true.
Why is that?
Well, gang violence is running rampant. Most of the mass shootings in this country are
Why
actually
is gang violence running
I
rampant?
Oh,
didn't
whoa,
answer my
whoa, whoa.
Well, that
question.
would be
I
because
asked
they
him- I
continue
asked
to
him a
vote
very specific
Democrat,
question,
and
and
they
he
do
just
not
went
bring
away
these
from it.
communities out of
Hang on.
poverty. That
Hang
is
on, time out. You didn't answer Crow's question. Crow, would you please
I
repeat your
said,
question?
Does that I don't need him to pull up the chart because I know the chart he's referring to. I'm asked, does that chart track arrests or convictions?
That would be arrest.
Great. So we can't say it's a cause because you have to be convicted for that to be to matter.
Bingo.
Yeah,
So-
weirdly
so-
enough. Also, does that same group also have the highest exoneration rate?
Sure.
Great. So if that chart only tracks arrest, and of the ones that are convicted, they have the highest exoneration rate.
Are
Then
you
logically
defending,
it
are you
wouldn't be that
defending the
group.
people that commit most of the crime in this country, or what?
I just think you're a racist rage baiter because I've just explained
I
one of
don't
your
think
sources
so,
is
sir.
wrong.
I'm bringing up facts. I don't know why you're just so.
I don't
Yeah,
even
butthurt
think he's
about
really
putting that in your
racist. I think
face.
he just came in here to fucking rage bait and say shit
You're
because he
not
thinks he's an edgelord.
bringing facts because we wouldn't say that they cause a thing if they're not convicted of a thing. That's how the law
Not
works.
convicted
Well-
of a thing.
Well, I'm going to
So
ask
so
you.
how
no,
about
no,
that?
no.
How about this? I'll ask.
No, how about this? I'm going to ask you a question. Does being arrested for something, and this is a fact, by the way, and you know this fact the same as I know this
Still
fact.
proven guilty, correct?
Does being arrested
Probably
for
not in your
something-
country, but
Does being arrested? Well, no, it is still innocent till proven guilty. But does being arrested for something mean you are guilty of the crime?
no, I just clearly
Cool.
stated innocent until proven guilty.
I just thought we'd.
Well, I mean, majority of who's in prison, that'd be guilty, right? So let's pull up
That's
that
not even
statistic.
so.
Cool. Let's pull up
When-
the exoneration rate then. What
Let's pull up who
Did
the
we not
He doesn't
majority
know
agree?
what that
who is in
means.
prison in the United States per race and
You
who's
mean the
leading that
over
category.
police people that are over convicted and then over exonerated are the most in
Oh,
prison?
He
I got-
doesn't
so
know
they're
what
just
exonerated
every
means.
category they're leading. It's
What is,
crazy. how that
what is
works, right?
exoneration? What's
13%
exoneration?
of the population.
What's
but they're leading
exoneration?
in every
Hey,
category.
doesn't
hey,
know.
hey,
Crazy.
racist. What's exoneration mean?
That means you go to court and you are proven not guilty.
Great. And does that happen before or after they're put in prison?
That would be after.
Oh.
Great. So if they're the highest exonerated, that means even those prison stats that you were about to pull are flawed.
I think you're full of shit, brother.
If you're so
Well,
like,
I really
it's
do.
so
I can't be-
weird.
I
You're
can't be-
so
wait, hold on,
smart,
hold
but
on,
you're
hold on,
like
hold on.
not unlocking.
I
part
can't
of
be
your
full
brain.
of shit. You've already
No,
acknowledged I'm
I
right. You've already
I am
acknowledged I'm
here
right. You've
for
already
the
lost.
truth. I think you guys are just you guys are so ashamed of your own culture. It's mind blowing, honestly.
Are you
What-
ashamed of
wait,
your culture?
Wait, hold on.
Absolutely
hold on.
not.
Which
What
culture is my
culture
culture?
is that?
No,
I
I
have
want him
no
to tell
idea
me what my
race you are.
culture is.
I haven't gotten into that.
So how
subject
can you
yet.
say I'm ashamed of my culture without knowing what my culture is?
Sir, you're just defending a lot of
In
bullshit
fact,
there.
what I can tell you is, PL.
Erica, no one cares.
Yeah, everyone cares apart from you. What I can tell you is that everyone on this panel, actually, the two people that have the closest culture are probably you and I. But everybody on this panel has a different cultural background.
I'm
that's great.
indigenous.
Oh.
From where?
Hang on one second.
Indigenous from here.
Indigenous to
Yeah.
what? Like, where are you?
From here. Where is here?
Also, real quick, before we move any further, I want to say thank you to Will for the blue thing. Will wanted me to read a message to you, PL. He says, "Don't you have a Young Republican group chat to get back to?"
I actually am pretty moderate. I care about America first, you know.
I mean, obviously not.
I wouldn't say I would ever vote left, but
So is
I,
giving $40 billion
I'm not a big
to
Trump guy, you know.
Argentina
I think we should cut
while
off
stopping
Israel.
SNAP
That's for
benefits
sure.
in November nationally America first? Like that's gonna be my
And by
question. That's why I
America
came up.
first, you only mean the white people in America, right?
No,
Like,
no,
I
no,
came up. I came up the minute
think
you said
everyone in
America
America
first.
is
So I need
a
to
legal
know. I need
resident
to
who's
know.
Been here for a few generations.
Great. That has
would
nothing
be-
to do with my question. That has zero things to do with what I just asked. So would America first be giving $40 billion to Argentina and then freezing SNAP nationally for 41 million Americans?
No, but also those people could get a fucking job.
70% of them work full-time jobs. Actually,
I highly doubt that statistic.
that's straight from the GAO. The GAO releases an annual report on this topic.
Could you put it on the screen for me, please?
You can look it up. Matt can look it up for
I
me.
think you could put it
I
on the
don't
screen
have
for me,
access.
actually.
Matt can do
What-
it.
what
Google's
was the-
literally free though.
Crow, what was the
By the way.
report?
Give me a second. I'll grab the
I
fucking
can
report
pull
for
it
you
up
and send
if you
to
just tell me the
That's all I
name
have
of
in
it.
this
I can pull it up. It's fine. But either way, yeah. Or you can send it to me on Discord and I can put it on the screen for everybody because it's very simple to find this information. That would be, of course, if you were actually just doing any research and you weren't just rage baiting and just saying racist shit. You know.
I'm not even saying anything racist. I don't
Sure
know
you
what
are.
I've said.
Oh
that's-
yeah, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
Have I said
to,
one
just
slur?
to draw your mind back. You were talking about Muslims in my country, and then you were talking about black people in America. It seems like there's a common theme in the things that you say.
Yeah,
And
people that don't assimilate should probably assimilate. And,
who doesn't assimilate?
well, I would say the Muslims not very well in this country. Your country definitely not so well.
No, well that's false because I've just
Black
shown
culture
you.
is
Excuse me.
killing
I've
itself.
I've just shown you that 2 houses down the street from me in one direction, there are an Asian family who I know who come to all of our community events, and 3 houses
I
down
would
the
say
street from
the
me.
Asian people assimilate
Three-
pretty well.
Well, most Muslims are Asian. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Are you
Where do
joking?
you think Muslims are from?
The Middle East, ma'am.
The Middle East is in Asia, you fool.
Holy shit.
What continent do you think the Middle East is in?
Oh my God, are you for real, PL? Did you not know that?
No, I did actually. There's a difference from fucking China.
No, I did. I knew. No, I knew that. No. I for sure I knew that, guys. I definitely did.
There's a difference.
By the way, here's your proof. Sure. By the way, from the GAO. Here's your proof. Millions of full-time workers rely on federal health care and food assistance programs. Dude, I'm not going to read the fucking report for you. Do your own goddamn homework.
This is when Biden was in office. What are you talking about?
Dude, it's a report from 2020. Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed.
Cool. Then why don't you? Awesome. Then why don't? Okay. So if you're making a positive claim that something has changed, awesome. So if you're making a positive change that something is, if you're making a positive claim that something has changed since that report,
hasn't rebounded.
Excuse me, I'm asking you to make a source for your positive claim. Just show us that it's changed. What's that? Again, I'm tired of doing your research for you. Show a source or leave it.
I've done my research.
Awesome, then show your source.
And you haven't done your research. You don't even know that the Middle East is in Asia. So
give me a minute. Actually, I think.
And I just want to point out the country. You need to be quiet and go get your source. The country in the world with the largest population of Muslims. I was literally teaching this today. 242 million Muslims. What country is it? Oh, it's not in the Middle East. It's Indo-fucking-nesia, which do you think is that in Asia? PL? Indonesia?
What is your point here?
Well, my point is you don't know fuck about shit. Is my point.
How does Islam view gay people, Erica?
How do you view gay people, PL?
I think they should have a right to exist. I'm not going to throw them off a building.
And so do Muslims.
I don't know.
The Quran doesn't say anything about it not being okay to be gay.
Really? So if I were say like a gay person walked.
Yeah, no one really cares about your hypothetical, and also Naquan has been asking to come up and show you what's that.
Hey, slap nuts. You're not equipped for this conversation. First, let me correct you. Trump was in office in 2020. You're not equipped for this conversation. You made the claim that it was gang violence. DV violence outnumbers gang violence. Arguments like I can
so who commits the most murders in this country?
Hold on, white men. You wanted to bring up prison population. This is just the federal prison population, which white men is what is it? What was it again? 29% or something of that nature. Let me see. Yeah, almost 30%. Then you got to remember that about half of that 30%.
What percent of the population are African Americans?
Hold on, Slapnuts. So again, about half of that 30% for Hispanics. Most of them self-identify as white. This is in federal prison. Okay,
so they're trans. They self-identify.
Let's go to Slapnuts. So let's go to local prison again. What's that?
Oh wow!
So you're telling me that they self-identify?
Hey! Read out for the class. What is that?
88,000.
Okay, so
57%.
Is 57% higher than 38%?
So 13% of the population
is 57%.
Like 60% of the population.
I love that y'all say.
Your point is proven here.
Hey,
your point is proven.
Hey, Slapnuts. Most black people don't fill out the census report. They actually put out a report. They literally put out a statement saying that most black people do not fill out the census report. It's no way that black people population can be the same number for the last 30 fucking years. We can actually look at reports and stats showing that the birth rate.
Well, with all the gang violence,
that the birth rate in the black community has gone up. So again, and your 1350 bull crap. Trust me, you don't want to go there. FBI is self-reporting. You're gonna see table 43 at the top of it. It say arrest. At the bottom of it, it say that 60% 60% of police stations across America, mostly in rural areas, are not reporting their crimes. Neither are they required to. See, it's self-reporting.
People don't live in
But you know where you can go in? You know where you can go and actually look up the data for people that are arrested per crime? We have a sentencing we literally have a sentencing website that you can actually look at the numbers and see who is committed of what crime, and you can look it up per race.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all scared
Okay,
to do
so
that
what
because
percentage of the population are you guys?
It's gonna prove your bullshit.
Now pull up
That's
what
why I
percent
don't
of the
bother to talk
population
about
you guys
that
are.
website.
Now pull up what percent of the population you guys are.
Hold on, wait a second. Before we move on to that, by the way, I just have to point this one out to you. Can you read the date on that? I'll just zoom in. Awesome. And then what's the headline say?
Well, once again,
what does the headline say? Oh, you can't read it?
It is.
Can you read it? No.
It is literally cut.
It's what? Can anyone else on the panel read the headline? Since PL seems to be illiterate at this point in time.
Oh yeah, Snap helps millions of workers.
Oh wow!
It's literally cut off on the screen.
Fantastic! Oh well, yeah. I guess.
I don't know how
yeah.
you can't use the process of elimination to work out that first
Erica,
letter is an S.
Erica, no one asked you. Freedom of speech is dead in your
except
country.
apparently I can read and you can't. Crazy.
Ma'am, freedom of speech is dead in your country. You arrest people in your country for freedom of speech.
No, we don't.
Yeah, you
Freedom
do.
of speech. First of all, quick question. The First Amendment allows you to speak freely about who?
One sec.
Anyone. You can say whatever the hell you want.
No, it allows you to speak freely about your government and protest
No,
against
you
your
can
government.
actually say whatever the
Yes.
hell you want.
No, you can't, because if that were true, no one would be able to take you to court for libel or slander or defamation.
Have I said
So that
anything
is
that's
false.
slanderous?
No, you're not listening to me. If it were true,
Have I
that you
used a
could-
slur or anything?
Right,
I'm
you're
just
not
going off
even-
as
You're not listening. You're listening to respond. You're not actually
you
listening. You're not listening. I'll say it again.
arrest people.
I'll say it again.
Your government arrest.
I'll say it again. If you interrupt, I'm just going to drop you. Right, so I'll say it again. If it were true that you could say anything about anyone, you would have no laws that cover defamation. And there are, in fact, laws and court cases for defamation. So, no, you can't just say whatever you like.
That would be
Plus-
false claims, correct?
Plus, that a false claim would be, wouldn't it, under what you're saying, wouldn't it be covered by freedom of speech? Because you
Yup.
can say whatever you want, apparently.
Yup.
Well, that would be like false claims. You are
Oh, I
attacking
see.
a single
Okay,
person.
we'll go for a different
sure.
one. Do you
Like
have,
Candace
do
Owen,
you
like
have-
Candace Owen going after.
Do you have incitement laws?
Yes.
Yup.
Oh, you have incitement laws. Crazy.
Huh.
So in fact, you don't have free speech, because if you say things that incite people to be violent, they can get arrested for that, and that is what people are arrested for here: incitement.
Wow, that's crazy.
Just posting something online.
Okay, cool. Show us the news story about that.
Wow.
I mean, there's plenty of UK people that actually
Go
say
find
it.
one then. Go find one.
Yeah, go find one. And while you find one, Naquan,
Actually-
what do you have there for us, bud?
So, again, black people are 7.5 times. This is just for murder. 7.5 times more likely to be wrongfully convicted of a murder, and that number increases to about 11-10 when the victim happens to be white. I can also pull up the violent crime. I can also pull up every other crime. I can pull up stats showing that black people are stopped at a higher rate during the daytime by police while driving. Like I can pull this stuff up. You want to know why? Because I have fun making white people like you look bad. I have fun doing it. It makes my nipple hard.
So anyway, PL, you're supposed to be going and getting me a crime that was committed where somebody was imprisoned for just posting something online. Go find Fetch.
And while PL is doing that, thank you to Cassie on the blue thing. Cassie said, "Will you please let this donut know I work full time, I'm in college full time, I'm a parent full time, and I have Medicaid and SNAP. This admin has been threatening to take my benefits for 2 months now. Fucking racist trash. Cassie, we see you. We understand, at least the rest of us understand, that people need those benefits. You can be working full-time. You can be a student full-time. You can be all of those things, and you might still need assistance. Just because you have a full-time job doesn't mean that you're above that line. And so we see you, Cassie. And thank you very much, by the way, for your really not necessary, but thank you for your generosity. We repeat everyone's support. We appreciate all of you fine folks. Thank you. Thank you for your support and for your for you guys being here. We really appreciate it. Okay. So, yeah. And yeah, Crow. And by the way, Crow, you can give a shout out, but we should shout out that Crow's got a little crowdfunding action going on for his thing too. Right, Crow? Is that right?
Yeah, I can explain on it more. So y'all know I'm a government worker. I work with the social programs. I'm currently staring down this entire, SNAP thing. But outside of that, outside of the reasons I get someone across this app to talk about social programs, I do a lot of community work, specifically data analytics and design work for various orgs, both in my community and nationally. My computer is unaliving. If that goes, I will not be able to continue the work that I do for other agencies and other communities that need my type of help. So in my link tree in my bio, the top link says Cheddar Up, the Crow Laptop Fund. Anything you can throw towards that help. I'm trying to get this laptop while it's on sale so that I can continue doing the data work and the design work I do for these agencies so that they continue their missions.
Matt, just really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Can you put me on the big screen for a second?
Of course I can, friend. Hold
Okay,
on.
cool. Because this is fun. Okay, so thank you to the person in the comments that alerted me to this. Quote: man who quote the president has gone to jail for posting a meme with Trump's exact words, and is held on a $2 million bond after they. This is to do with Charlie Kirk. He posted a meme which the cops said was a threat of mass violence, just using Donald Trump's exact words. And he's been arrested and is in jail with a $2 million bond. It's almost like you can't say anything on the internet anymore without being arrested, isn't it, Matt? It's crazy.
I'll tell you, that's in the UK, right, Erica?
No, that's in Tennessee.
Oh shit! It's right here in America. Whoa. Huh. How about that? Wild. But, glass houses and throwing stones and all that shit.
So what did that person post?
Oh, so it depends what they posted, does it?
Well, I mean, if they're saying like they're gonna salute up a school or something, then that's completely different.
Oh, okay. So what you're telling me is, the people in the UK who've been arrested for saying things like burn down asylum seeker hotels, those people who are posting threats of violence, it's not okay for them to get arrested. But if somebody says they're going to shoot up a school, that is okay. Is that right?
Are those people legal citizens of your nation?
It doesn't matter. Well, first of all, they're asylum seekers. Otherwise, they're not in an asylum seeker hotel.
So taxpayer-funded people,
it
correct?
Matter.
That majority of your population does not want.
Again,
right?
you're running. I'm quite happy.
I'm not even running.
You are absolutely
right here, ma'am.
running. You are absolutely running because it doesn't matter who the victim of the crime is going to be. The fact that they are threatening people. What was that noise? Do you need a tissue?
No, I was just chuckling.
Yes. Why were you chuckling? Because every time it's almost like people are being arrested in your country for posting threats of violence online, and people in my country are being arrested.
Can you give me an example?
I just did.
I mean, I'm going to give you the source here in a minute. You ready?
No, okay, cool. I just did give you an example. Matt, if you can put me on the big screen again.
The example I'm going to give.
Hold on 1 second. Here, we got this.
Yeah, I've got patience.
Okay, the man in Tennessee who posted a meme online with Trump's exact words has been put in jail and is being held on a $2 million bond. Do I need to speak slower and louder for you to understand?
What were the... says threats of mass violence on school property, and I mean, yeah, that's pretty
Cool. Now
obviously.
you do yours. Now you do yours.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna name the source here. You ready? It's gonna
Ready.
take 1 second. I just gotta pull it up. All right. It would be Parl, Parl, Europa.eu. You're going to be looking for online digital regulation.
Sorry, that's the European Parliament.
Okay, so I mean, is that not fucking
No,
all of
the-
Europe?
the
Are you
UK
guys
the
not
UK's
basically
not in the-
one?
No, we left the EU.
Well, I mean, the UK
in-
is pretty fucking far left.
We left the EU in 2020.
Yeah, you guys won't run into the dirt by
We
fucking
left
Muslims.
the
We get
What
it.
the
left
fuck?
EU. So what does European regulations have to do with anything in a country that is not a member of the E EU?
Ma'am, I get that you're completely.
Is this guy
You
for
are
real?
He's dumb as I don't often say this, but you are dumb as fuck.
Erica,
Dude, are you for
could
are
you
you
show
for
yourself on
fucking
camera,
real?
like facing the
Oh yeah,
camera?
I show myself on camera all the fucking time. You need me to do it again? Sure.
Yeah, with a scale, please.
PL, if you're, why don't you turn your camera on? I've invited you to turn your camera on. There you go. But you're gonna do that first. We're waiting for you. Okay, cool.
Here we are. How's it
Wait.
going?
Wait, so you're a helper at? You're a helper?
Oh my God.
You're not even a driver. You're a seasonal helper, and you got all of this mouth.
You work for UPS.
He's a seasonal helper. I can make
Oh
you
my
lose
God,
your
dude.
job.
Oh, bro.
You're a seasonal helper.
PL works. You work for UPS. Oh dear God.
How am I a seasonal helper? I'm just
Dude,
curious.
I know the vest. You're a seasonal helper.
What do feeder drivers have to wear?
know.
What do feeder drivers?
I know the vest. You're a seasonal helper.
Wait,
I used to drive for them.
What?
I also drove for FedEx.
Where'd you
You're a
go?
seasonal helper.
Wait, why'd you turn your camera off? Why'd you turn your camera off? What are you doing? We're having a conversation face to face. I thought you were a big man. I thought you were a big man who wanted to hold on. Hey, bud, I thought you were a big man and you wanted to talk face to face and insult people. So turn your camera back on, big boy.
What was I insulting?
Turn your
I'm
camera
just
back
curious.
on. No, turn your camera back on. Turn your camera back on. Come on.
Here we go, sir. Well, wait.
There you go.
Here we are.
All right, good. Now we can have a conversation like actual people. Cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Says, say shit with your
so
full
hold on,
face.
hold on.
Also,
Let me
show
respond-
everybody,
let me
show
respond
everybody
to
your
what
UPS, show everybody your UPS hat again.
No, I'm good.
Oh wait, what do you mean you're good? It's okay. I've got the live recorded. It's fine. I'll clip it for you.
What have I said that's bad here? I'm just curious.
Oh, why are you turning your hat around?
Well, I mean, if you're
What
if
do you
you're
mean?
gonna do-
Why are you turning your hat around? If you haven't
Well, I
said
haven't said
anything,
anything
if
that
you know what
obviously
exactly, if you
don't.
haven't said anything, why are you turning your hat around?
What-
if there's
what-
nothing that you've said, if there's nothing you
anyone
said,
can
oh
call
man, there's the nervous laughter. If there's nothing you've said that you're worried about, why are you turning your hat around, PL? Are you concerned because you've been talking about black people and race and making claims that aren't true?
I brought up statistics.
What's that? Oh, you did? Cool.
Yes,
All right,
yes,
it's
I
fine. Then I guess there's nothing to worry about. So turn your hat around and say it with your full fucking face, kiddo.
I brought up statistics.
What's that?
I
Oh, man.
said a slight-
PL is he's a little fucking scared now. I would run away now if I were you. I'd run away. Yeah, there you go. That's it, buddy. Now leave. I would leave if I were you.
You're a seasonal helper.
So
I would
why
leave.
Would I run away if I
Oh,
said nothing
okay,
wrong?
cool. Why don't you then? If you've said nothing wrong, turn your hat back around and say it with your full fucking face.
Have I said any
Turn your
slurs?
hat back
Have I
around.
said anything
Turn
wrong?
your hat back around. Here, if you've said nothing wrong, why would you turn your hat around? Yeah, that's why I muted you. It's real simple. You haven't answered my question. I want you to answer my question. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, I'm trying to. You
Okay.
keep muting
Yeah.
me. It's
So answer my question.
close
If you haven't said anything wrong, why did you flip your hat to the back if you haven't said anything wrong?
I mean, why would I give people?
If
the
you haven't,
opportunity?
yeah, exactly.
I'm just wearing brown clothes.
Exactly. Here's the thing. I have my face in front of all of these people for 4 hours a night and day,
Yeah,
5
you
days a
work for
week.
yourself,
And here's the thing is that I put myself out there because I'm not worried about the things that I'm saying.
I'm not worried about the things I say, honestly.
Huh, that's weird. Oh, hi, Erica.
I work for a corporation. You work for yourself, correct?
I own a corporation, sir.
What corporation would that be?
Oh, boy, wouldn't you like to know? Anyways, hi, Erica. How are you?
I am beautiful as always, and both of my eyes line up. You might notice.
Well, I did break my face. That's my profile.
Okay. Well,
also,
nobody dislikes me enough to break my face.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I was playing.
Also, you don't have a shitty mustache, Erica. There's that as well.
That's true.
Yeah.
Erica, you're glowing. I love it. You're
Thank you. I try to be radiant whenever I can.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
Wait, are you saying?
What? We couldn't hear you, bud. I'm sorry. What?
Hold on.
What's that?
Erica said something very interesting from the tolerant left.
I think you've mistaken us for someone else, PL, because there are no fucking tolerant leftists up here. I think. Yeah.
Trust me when I tell you this. They're attacking my people voting right. There's nothing tolerant about me whatsoever. They're trying to erase our voting rights. It ain't nothing tolerant about me whatsoever.
Also, you're not gonna teacup and report. Go the fuck away, you piece of shit, racist. But that was fucking funny. And also, if you think we didn't get a screenshot of that shit, we absolutely did, and we've got that whole thing recorded. And thanks to the tube of you, now we've got a full additional full fucking replay that we've got, which is really delightful. So all of those things.
I just want to point out, for the purposes of TikTok, I was of course talking about myself when I put this up. That was about me. That was not about anybody else who was on the panel.
Yeah. That was good. Hey, Naquan, thank you for coming up, friend, and thank you for sharing that. I saw you there. I was just trying. We had so many people. I was just trying not to go overload, but I did want to bring you up. So I appreciate you coming up with the receipts, friend.
No. Thanks. Anytime. Pleasure to finally be on your panel, Erica. As always, love being on panels with you. You have a good one. I'll be in the comments.
Thank you, bro. We appreciate you. Yeah. Hey, W's for our friend Naquan for coming with receipts and also just additionally smacking that guy down. Also W's for our friend Crow for also coming with the receipts and putting that guy in his place additionally. And if you can help out our friend Crow, go to his page and consider helping him out. We would definitely appreciate it. Sorry, Erica, what were you going to say?
Well, it was just a quick question, really. Was that man also stealing his company's time in order to talk to you on TikTok? It seemed very much like he was.
It might have been. And boy, did he flip that hat around fast. I'll tell you, that was what a thing. What a time to be alive. Moon pies.
I've just plugged into my proper microphone now.
Okay. We're glad.
I was sitting on the sofa being lazy, but as he said, turn my camera on. You know, I have no problem with being on camera like the whole time. No issue.
Of course you don't. Okay, guys, we're going to keep talking to Trump supporters. Once again, if you voted for Donald Trump, hop in the box. We're going to bring you up. Noob, hi, did you vote for Donald Trump? Okay, I guess that would be a no. Once again, guys, real quick, if you're not already, please drop a follow here. This is my main account and my backup account, so make sure that you're following both. Also, make sure you're following our friend Erica. Erica's private, but there's a very good chance that she will accept you after the live is done. So after the live is done, she'll accept you. So even if it looks like maybe you didn't get a follow, you can get a follow after the fact.
Yeah.
So
Can I just point out as well, I never, ever bring up somebody's looks unless they first bring up mine. And so I am too polite to comment on people's looks. I would say 10 times out of 10. But if you're going to ask me about my looks, then I'm sure as fuck going to comment on yours. Get it? Got it?
Well,
Good.
yeah. Well, the bottom line is too is that we can't see you, so we can't comment on your looks. You can see us, and so that's why you take that low hanging fruit. But anyways, Mythos, hi, did you vote for Donald Trump?
I want to say no, I didn't.
Okay.
But Erica, you are stunning, and PL was a piece of crap. And also, I have worked for both police and the prison system here in the United States, and all of his shit was just so unbelievably pulled out of his ass. And with the statistics that Nikwan pulled up, of that 38%, only 5% of those who are African American in prison would actually be guilty of the crimes they were convicted for. And I think 5% is a lot less than 57%.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. That you're what you're saying is right. So no, thank you, friend. We appreciate it.
5%, Matt. 5%.
No, I know, 5%. Damn it. No, but thank you, friend. We appreciate that. I'm going to bring you back down so we can get some more Trump supporters up here. But thank you for pointing that out.
Guys. This is great. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, Mythos said that you're stunning, Erica. So I guess that cancels out PL's. Yeah.
My dog is barking at something. Buzz, what's the matter?
What is the matter,
Don't
Buzz?
do that.
Don't do that, Buzz. Eden of Shadows. Did you
I did
vote
not
for
vote for Trump. I didn't
Okay.
know I was in the request.
That's okay, friend.
Sorry.
We're going to bring you back down.
Just
We
laying in the
appreciate you.
comments.
It's all good. All good. Hey, guys, speaking of accidentally coming up in the that's totally fine, but can you do it because you are tapping the screen too hard? Because that'll help us stay on the FYP. And can we please get this thing over 100,000? Like, we're kind of lagging behind. And we've been on for well over an hour and 20 minutes, and like we should really have this thing up. If we can, I'd appreciate that. Also, if you can not only help out with the live goal, but also make sure that you're taking care of our friend Erica. That is also very helpful in pushing us back out to the FYP. So if you can do both of those things for us, just to make sure that we continue to get more Trump supporters. We appreciate it. So, anyways, let's move on to the next one. Thank you, Laura.
If you all missed it last night, well, last night for me, yesterday evening for you, Matt and I did a wonderful live that ended up being about key changes during Beach Boys songs. You missed it.
It was a lot of fun. Andy.
Oh, we're in the washer.
Oh, yeah. Andy, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Hell no, but I am a UPS driver. It might be some of the background noise you hear. What's funny is UPS just actually posted a huge article on their UPSers page that talks specifically about what you put online can have consequences. Do not post stuff with their brand, their shield, or there can be consequences. You can be fired for it.
Oh, shit.
That's all I have to say. They just changed it today because peak season's coming. Or, I would have told you just go to UPSers and look it up. But
okay. All right.
You guys, I don't know how to leave this thing. So
I got you, Andy. Hey, Andy, you're all good. Thank you for dropping the knowledge. W is in the chat for Andy. Andy, you stay safe out there, friend, okay? And we know you work hard, so keep
hey, you guys,
cool.
be safe.
All right. Thanks, bud. W is for Andy. I know Andy
I
works
have
hard.
one thing to say about that, and it's oop.
Oop. Oop. Oop.
Oh, no.
Let's see here.
I've got reverb today for no good reason.
Oh. Well,
I need to work out what's going on with my settings.
good
If
for
only
you.
I knew how to use stuff.
All right, let's see. Once again, guys, if you voted for Donald Trump, hop in the box. We're just looking for Trump voters right now, please.
Drop me.
Okay.
I'm tapping. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Like I said, that's a great reason to accidentally come up. So, once again, guys, just Trump. So if you voted for Donald Trump, hop in the box.
Apparently, I don't have reverb. The reverb is not switched on.
Okay,
so-
I was going to say it didn't sound like reverb to me, but
yeah,
Dreamy,
it sounds weird in my headphones.
did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, can you tell us how old are you and what state did you vote in?
24, Illinois.
Okay, do you want to talk about one of the subjects above or something else that's happening right now that Donald Trump is doing?
I mean, we can talk about one of the subjects you have up here. Might as well just keep it on topic.
Okay.
Yeah, we can talk about Trump did nothing for Gaza.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, here's what I'll say. I would just have to. I don't know what you mean by nothing, but I'll just say this in general. I feel like Gaza is in a better place now under the Trump administration than it was under the Biden-Harris one.
Can you tell us how?
Oh, yeah, of course. Under the Biden-Harris administration, we've seen the complete decimation of Gaza in general. All the buildings were flattened under that administration. Many, I think it was like 40,000 people were unalived under that administration. Very bad. And now, at least, we see a ceasefire. At least we don't see a bunch of children
And
starving.
how many people have been unalive there since January this year?
I don't know. I'm assuming less than 40,000.
Let's have a we can look that up, I'm sure. Do you I wonder whether do you know a lot about that area historically?
No.
Okay.
I just know what happened in the last 8 years, I guess.
Oh,
4 years.
I do apologize. I just had music.
Hmm.
That was not on purpose. It's because I opened my laptop. Let's have a look.
Yeah, right now the initial reports, and this is before they've even gone through all of the debris and figured out, the real numbers. The initial estimates are between 20 and 25,000 in just the last 8 months, which is insane.
Right, we got to understand the debris was all mostly under the Harris administration, Biden-Harris administration. We got to understand that.
Can you substantiate that?
Yeah, I would love to know.
Yeah, of course. So most of the Gaza was destroyed.
No. Sorry, I mean with actual factual information rather than your opinion.
No,
like
this is-
with.
This is not
but
my-
it is your. Unless you bring up a source, then it's your opinion. You
Oh, so
understand
Erica,
that?
so what you're trying to say is Gaza was perfectly fine when Trump took office?
No, I didn't say that. I asked you to prove to me that the majority of this has happened under. Because surely, if you know that to be the case, then you read it in a source, and we just want to see the source.
Oh, I'll just show you.
I'm
images.
not claiming to know because I don't know about this, but you're saying you do know. So
Yeah.
I would like your receipts so that I can learn.
I'll just show you images of how Gaza looked under the Biden.
No, pop it. I want a source, not a picture, because you understand that I can take a
So
picture.
I'm just hold on, Erica. I'm confused. I just want to know what you're looking for a source that Gaza
Okay.
was not mostly destroyed under Biden. Is that what you're asking right now?
Well, you could give me a source that says how much of it has been destroyed per month, for example.
Yeah. Just give me a second, please.
You know. Just substantiating anything. I've got, as of the 7th of October 2025, over 70,100 people have been reported unalived in the Gaza war. And if he's saying 45, that's about what you said, 25.
Yeah, roughly.
How long was it going under Biden? Like
a
year and
change.
Year and a half. That's where the most
Right.
happened.
No,
I don't know how
hold
you're
on.
disagreeing.
Time out. It's not a year and a half because now you're just making shit up. What's October to January?
Okay, a year and 4 months? Are you gonna cry like that now?
Wait a
Really?
second. Hold on. Am I gonna cry like that?
Like that?
It's October, November, December, and then you can't even count the month of January because it's split in half. What the
Brother, it
fuck,
was
dude?
2023.
So you're
It was
literally
2023,
adding
dummy.
3 months. You're literally adding 3 months onto it. You're being completely disingenuous. But no. So, why am I crying about it? But you add 3 months onto it. Like, okay. It completely
joke.
skews the numbers. But all right,
I said a year
cool.
and a half.
Hey,
You're
by the
literally
way, who had a ceasefire in
literally
place before he left office that freed 139 hostages? Who had a ceasefire in place before he left off? Who was that?
The same
Who was
guy
that?
had 40,000
Who was the guy who had a ceasefire in place that freed 139 hostages
Yeah, the
that
same
lasted
guy that
for
had 40,000 people
2 months and then fell apart
same
under
guy
who?
that had 40,000
That
people
lasted.
online.
Hold on.
The-
Time out.
The same guy that had 40,000.
Hey, dude, you're not answering a question. If you're going to be disingenuous, I'll just drop you. I'm asking you a question. Was there or was... Hey, dude, if you can't answer questions, I'll just drop you. Was there or was there not a ceasefire that Joe Biden and his team authored that was in place when Donald Trump took office on January 20th that lasted until March, and then Donald Trump let it all fall apart and then let tens of thousands of more people die? Yes or no?
You don't understand there was a famine in March, right?
I'm asking you a question. Are you capable? Okay, cool. So you're just going to pivot away from every single question that I ask you.
famine.
You can't answer a question. I asked you a simple question. Was there a ceasefire that got fallen apart in March by the Trump administration and then he did shit about it? Yes or no?
Are you talking about the famine that unalived 7,000 people?
Was
that what
there
you're talking about?
a ceasefire in January? Yes or no?
So what was the point with this question? I'm just gonna...
Okay, wow. All right, I guess I'm just going to give you one more shot to like answer a question and have a conversation like a human being.
Eric
So
asked you a
anyways,
question.
I'm asking you a fucking question, dude. I know that you're a fucking child, but I'll try one more time. Was there already a ceasefire in place when Donald Trump took office that he fucked up, that fell apart in March, that he didn't enforce or didn't let fix? Yes or no? It's simple. And if you come back on and say anything other than yes or no, I'm just going to drop you.
Yeah, the answer is no.
Okay. Well, now you're just lying. So, I mean, if we're going to be disingenuous about shit, then fine.
His profile, I think he's just a rage baiter because his profile said that he likes to get blocked by people, basically,
No.
which is sus as fuck.
Yeah, very sus. That's fine. I mean, he just wants to. That's fine. I don't mind. But if you're gonna
By
say
the way,
deny
oh, go on.
reality, no, I was just gonna say if you're gonna sit here and deny reality, I'm not entertaining you.
The United Nations used a satellite to calculate how much, and this is from January this year. They used a satellite to calculate how what percentage of the buildings in Gaza had been destroyed. And it was 50% of hospitals and 60% of buildings, but now it's 80% of buildings. So the idea that nothing was destroyed under Donald Trump's fucking wild.
That's insane. I love that. That's wild. Oh,
Can I just ask the comments a question as well?
Mhm.
Comments, can you remind me who it was who said that Gaza should be turned into a parking lot? Who was that? That they should just destroy it all? Who was that again?
that's a good question. Right.
Oh, that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Got it.
That's wide. Right is right.
Forgot
Hi.
about him.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
I am 55 years old and I'm in the state of Florida.
Okay, do you want to talk about one of the subjects above or something else that Donald Trump is doing right now?
I'm sorry, a phone call came in and I got cut off. I apologize.
That's okay, no worries. I said, do you want to talk about one of the subjects that's on the screen above me, or do you want to talk about something else that Donald Trump is doing right now?
No, I'm trying to be a. I apologize now again. The dog barking. I just wanted to touch in, and I agree. Biden did have a ceasefire before Donald Trump. About a week before Donald Trump took power, he announced it on his farewell speech that he had established a ceasefire, which wasn't totally established, but then it totally broke apart when a couple months later, when the war with Iraq started. So technically, that wasn't Trump's fault either.
The war with Iraq.
What?
Yes, Israel had a war with Iraq, and Hamas started their hostilities once again.
Sorry, who has a war with Iraq?
Israel had a war with Iraq. I apologize.
No,
Iran. I apologize.
Iran.
I take it back with Iran. Yes,
I know
ma'am,
they're
I'm
only
sorry.
a letter away, but the detail is
I
important.
apologize. No, I know exactly what it is, man. Thank you. We don't have to be. Go ahead.
What?
So,
we don't
that's
have to
what-
be. We don't have to be factual.
No, it's factual. It was an error I made.
Okay,
It
that's
wasn't-
fine. I wasn't saying it wasn't an error. I was just pointing
don't-
out that it wasn't
Correct,
Iraq.
correct. You don't have to be, facetious or
I
something
wasn't.
about it.
Again, I wasn't being facetious. I was just pointing out that it was not, in fact, Iraq.
Correct.
It was Iran.
Fine. Thank
Detail
you.
is. I'm sorry. Detail might not be important to you, but it is important to me.
It's quite important. Yes.
Okay, cool. So I wasn't being facetious. I was just pointing out.
Oh, great. Thank you.
And I'd like to also say I'm not condescending, but I am British and I understand how you could mix the two up.
I understand. I have plenty of British friends. Yes, I know. I understand the humor. Yes. So that was just, I just wanted to touch on that. I mean, but he did have a hand in what happened now, the peace. And I'm not taking away the good that Biden did in certain things. Yes. So I'm not one of those that totally obliterates or totally erases what happened the last 4 years. I try to be fair at that point.
Well, I'm really not sure where you're going with this. I mean,
what I'm just trying to say is that it just seems that it's hard for you guys, or from what I've listened in the very few minutes I've listened, so I'm trying to be fair here, that you can't, it's hard for people to admit certain things that Trump has done that have been done correctly, other than just blast him at all times or whatever his government has represented.
Well, can you point out to us the things that he's done, quote unquote, correctly?
Whether you like how he's done it or not, he has cleaned up the border. It's prevented.
Oh, so hang on a minute. Are you saying he didn't do it correctly? He just did it in a way.
He did it properly. Yes. He's
No.
doing it properly.
Because again, I'm a stickler for detail. I'm sorry about this, but the word correctly would mean that you're abiding by laws, etc. Right?
Correct. If you are, and I know where you're going to go with this, that they do not.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. But go ahead.
Where am I going? No, you tell me. Where am I going to go?
Yeah, you're going to go with the whole due process, that these people are not being given due process. Correct. Right?
Are they?
Yes, they are, because they are illegal.
They?
They do not fall under the laws of the Constitution of the United States.
That's for okay. Cool. Let's talk about that.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Who is due process afforded to under the Constitution? What word does it use?
Any legal resident or
No.
citizen.
Where does it? Can you point out where it says legal resident?
What do you mean? Where does it say that?
Well, where does it say that?
You want me to pull out the Constitution for you right
Cool.
now?
Why not? Go on.
I'm not going to do that, because I'm not going to sit here and scroll through my phones to the Constitution.
Okay, that's the Fourth Amendment, right? Due process.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's
I deal with every day because I'm in law enforcement. I'm a
Okay,
federal
cool. Let's look at it then. Then you should know it. I would think.
Yes.
Let's look at the
Illegal
fourth.
search and seizures,
Let's
correct.
look at. Hang on a moment. Okay. Because I don't know the amendments off by heart. I mean, I think it's pretty good that I, as a British person,
I'm an American citizen and I don't know them by heart, so I would be very.
knows. I mean, I know the Second Amendment off by heart.
I do.
So the Fourth Amendment, let's look at it. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and persons, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so where does it say legal residence there?
Where does it say not? The Constitution.
Okay, so I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you something about your Constitution. Okay. Okay. Cool. So, somebody's telling me it's the 5th. That's weird. This guy didn't know it was the 5th Amendment, and he works in law enforcement.
The Fourth Amendment. I called it illegal search and seizures, and you read it yourself.
No, you said. You
didn't say that. I said the Fourth Amendment.
It was to do with due process.
No,
but anyway,
you were the one that brought up the Fourth Amendment, but go ahead.
Okay. No, I said that's the Fourth
You
Amendment,
brought it
right?
up like you knew.
I said that's the Fourth Amendment, right?
You said it
and
like
you
if you
said,
knew it for a fact.
why are you crashing the fuck out? I said that's the Fourth Amendment, right? And you said yes. And I equally said I'm not a US citizen, so I wouldn't know this. And then you said, well, I know it because I work with it every day because I'm in law enforcement. Anyway, let's just take the Fourth Amendment, for example. It uses the word people. Okay? It uses the word people. Now, the framers of the Constitution were very particular when they used language that they used. So, where it only refers to citizens, it uses the word citizens. Where it's talking about everybody within the jurisdiction of the United States, which means anybody who is on US soil, it uses the word people or the word persons. Did the Fourth Amendment use the word people, persons, or citizens? Boop, boop, boop.
Are you there? Hello?
Is he talking and I can't hear him?
I thought he was unmuted. I invited him to unmute.
I can't hear either of you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Erica.
Sorry, someone turned my mic off. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
And Matt, you're muted.
No, I'm not. I can hear you.
You're muted. Yes, we can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
What? Oh, got it. I was muted. That was weird. Hold
now
on.
You've got weird.
Now I've got double. I know.
There was
okay. There was some. There, you know what? There was a glitch. I'll tell you what happened. There was a glitch on my end with shortcut keys. I've fixed it now. Apologize. That was my fault. Anyways,
no worries.
Erica, please, if you want to repeat your question.
Okay. I was just the question that I asked was: does the Fourth Amendment use the word people, persons, or citizens?
And what I'm saying is...
No. It's a simple question. It's a one-word answer. Was it people, persons? Was it people, persons, or citizens?
No, it doesn't use it, ma'am.
It uses one of those. Was it people, persons, or citizens?
I assume it uses people or persons because that's what you're going to try to...
It uses people. And when the framers of the Constitution wrote it, they wrote it on purpose using person when they meant anybody who was under the jurisdiction of the USA, which again is anybody who is on US soil. Apart from
that is not proven. That is not proven. I'm sorry to tell you that.
Sorry, can you tell me where it's not proven?
Well, exactly. Where is it proven either way?
Oh yeah, because there've been Supreme Court rulings on it.
And now there's Supreme Court rulings saying that no, these people do not have.
No, so what? Can you show me that Supreme Court ruling? What was the name of that case? Yes, please. Tell us what the name of that.
I'm not going to start scrolling through my phone for this.
Yeah, that's fine. You go search. Go search.
Yes.
Go search.
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. Plyer versus Doe and Matthews. Those are the two off the top of my head. Plyer versus Doe was 1982. Matthews was 1976. Right off the top of my head. Also, there are more. Those are just the first two that came to the top of my head.
Okay.
Cool. Anyways, by the way, I'm going to tell you right now, you're not going to find what you're looking for because the Supreme Court has only repeatedly basically said, yes, people who aren't citizens have the same rights as the United States. There's only two things that they don't have the same right that we do. Do you know what those two things are?
I do.
To vote?
Yeah, that's number. Hold on. Voting in federal elections only. They can vote in other elections if they are a resident of that area. That's totally fine. Federal elections. And what's the second one?
Right now, I wouldn't know.
They can't run for federal office.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Yep, and that's it. And that's it. All the other rights in the Constitution are afforded to them, not only as it's spelled out in the Fifth Amendment, especially with due process, but also in the 14th Amendment, it's enumerated again. And they made it more specific. Like the 14th Amendment, they were like, we'd better be sure, and we're going to say it even more plainly. And then the Supreme Court just continues to double down and say, yes, this is what they meant, this is what they meant. Not only do we know that it's what they meant because the Supreme Court says so, we know it's what they meant because we have the actual fucking minutes from their debates in Congress in 1865 when the amendment was written, and they talked about it. We know this is exactly what they intended. So, yeah.
Can I ask a question, Matt?
Yeah.
Didn't the Supreme Court also reaffirm that this year when they voted in a 9-0 decision that that Abrego Garcia couldn't be deported without due process?
Yeah, because if there was any decision that said that he wasn't supposed to get his due process rights, then it would have been really, really easy because then they would have had a decision prior to just say, nope, he doesn't get his rights because the Supreme Court, us in this case, we've already said that they don't get those rights. But even Clarence Thomas and Samuel Alito, two of the most in-the-pocket conservative justices who are literally paid off by Republican billionaire Harlan Crow, even they cited that this guy gets due process constitutional rights.
Can I ask you a question, right? What is your job within law enforcement?
I really can't disclose that, but I do work for the Department of Homeland Security.
Oh, so you're ICE. So you're ICE.
No, I am not ICE. I would tell you if I was ICE. I have no.
So what you're telling me is you work for the Department of Homeland Security, and you don't know what the Constitution says.
No, don't know
about people's. And aren't you embarrassed? Like just a little bit.
No, not at all. But go ahead. I'm
okay,
embarrassed.
I just a question for.
I don't know where you
question,
live. If you live in England or in this country, I don't really know.
Because well, can I point out whatever it is? The fact that I know more
if you
about
were living in England, you have your own problems with
the fact.
You have your own
Okay,
problems
cool.
with
I love
with
that you're
immigrants in the
now.
country.
I love that you're now crashing out, and I also know that it will take you 3 hours to work out that you're muted. So we're fine for a while here. But can I just point out the fact that you have just been schooled on your constitution by a person from another country, you should be even more fucking embarrassed. Now, I'm not saying the country I live in doesn't have issues. Obviously, every country has issues. But the fact that I know the laws of my country and you don't know the laws of yours, yet you are claiming we're supposed to, an appeal to authority, that we're supposed to believe you because you work in law enforcement and you don't know the fucking law is crazy. Like, go sit in the corner, sir. Do you know, like, I feel like DEI is working overtime in the Department of Homeland Security because these people cannot be appointed on merit. There's no way.
There's no chance. There's no chance.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day. I said good day, sir.
Somebody in the comments just says, good day, sir.
Is it?
What is it? Hang on a minute. That thing from, Billy, what's it? Like, I award you no points and may God have mercy on your soul.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened.
Oh, he ran away.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
A classic, a certified classic. All right. Well, he left. That was embarrassing.
And good day to you, sir.
Good day to you, sir. All right. Once again, before we bring up our next Trump supporter, very quickly, make sure that you're following my main account and my backup account. Make sure you're following our friend Erica. She is private, which only means that she'll just have to accept you at some point after the live is over. We are over on the tube. So please go subscribe over there. And if you want to start watching over there, that's also cool too. If you're watching us on the tube, all like 3 of you at this point, we're glad you're there. You can see different ways to support my way of support and Erica's way of support if you enjoy what you're doing. And you find folks that are over here on the talk. You guys know how to support, whether it be the live goal, whether it be straight to our friend Erica there. And then Erica's information in her bio, my information in my bio. Lots of fun. So let's bring up our next Trump supporter, okay?
Cool.
Cool beans. Site A or City? Is it Citia Motors? What I don't know. What should we call it?
Cydia Motors. You
Okay,
can call it.
okay. Citia Motors. Hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a supporter of him though.
Oh, interesting. Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
27, Nevada.
Okay. When you say you voted for him, but you're not necessarily a supporter of him, what do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'd say I'm just like the rest of the 55% of Americans that flip party affiliation almost every election. We look at who we feel like in the current election fits us best. And I think going back to like the Gaza point, which that started, at least this current war started in October of 2023. And I think going back to what you said, because you were telling him it was only 6 months and Biden had it for a year and 6 months.
Which is, but again, both of those, that literally both of the numbers that you just said were wrong, by the way. So, and also, if you were concerned about what was happening in Israel and Gaza, then why would you vote in the people who were literally instrumental in precipitating it happening?
What do you mean?
I mean, the Abraham Accords.
Yeah, I think like when I looked at it and I made my choice for voting, I saw that the Biden and Harris administration didn't really stop anything for over a year. So this is just my viewpoint, and this is why like I made the decision to vote for Trump. And I'm not, like I said, a huge Trump supporter. I had to go, okay, do I try to carry the same thing and vote for the same thing that's been going on for over a year, or do I take a shot and just vote for someone different, right? Now, I could have voted Green Party, could have voted Independent, but obviously that would have been a waste. So do I just try something new? And that's probably one of the biggest reasons I voted for him.
You're not literally not trying. So you're literally, hold on, stop. You're just kind of rambling now. You're not trying something new. Mm-hmm. Donald Trump was already president for 4 years, and it was a fucking disaster. And I literally just pointed out to you on the first issue that you mentioned, they were partly the reason why October 7th happened. And that's not just my opinion. The Fatah committee that runs Palestine, one of their members literally came out and said, this is one of the reasons why this happened, is because you didn't treat us...
Accords.
Excuse me?
You're saying the Abraham Accords?
Yes. And the subsequent normalization of relations with Israel, but without including Palestine. And so doing that, and by the way, subsequently, they didn't call it the Abraham Accords because that name was tainted, but it was the continuation of that. But initially, it was doing that and not including them. And that was the Trump administration and Jared Kushner and all of them during his term.
Yeah. I get that. I think, like I said, when I just looked at it as a voter, like I said, the rest of the 55% of us that switch from, every election, we look at, okay, hey, like this has been going on for a year and a half. I just don't feel like even Harris was talking about, like one thing that really bothered me was she was talking about how Israel is such a big pro ally and all of these things. And
Who talked
I
about a
think that-
two-state solution and who didn't talk about a two-state solution?
Yeah, I saw Harris talked about that.
Yeah,
but
and did
also
Donald Trump
talked
ever talk
ending
about
the
it?
war.
Donald Trump never talked about his two-state solution, did he?
No, he just talked
Cool.
about ending
And
the war.
did Kamala Harris talk about ending the war?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
and the
both
answer
talked
is yes,
about it.
many
Yeah,
multiple times. So
Yeah, of
Kamala
course.
Harris talked about ending the war. Kamala Harris talked about a two-state solution. Kamala Harris was not part of the people that literally precipitated or helped to precipitate the attack. So again, why would you vote for Donald Trump over Kamala Harris based on that issue? Also,
Because, like I said,
one other thing, I forgot to mention this. Prior to the election, Donald Trump was meeting privately with Bibi Netanyahu.
I mean, I don't really see how that's bad because he's just trying to help relations. I mean, that's just relations of trying to get the war to stop. Obviously,
Is it bad that Donald Trump? Because I just want to gauge.
Erica, I'll be right back. One
what-
sec.
Okay, no worries. I just want to gauge what we're saying is bad. Okay, like
Yep.
what you think is bad. Is it bad when Donald Trump tells Bibi Netanyahu to finish it like it's like he's playing Street Fighter or Tekken on whichever one, and when he says that he's going to level Gaza? Like, is that bad?
yeah, of course. I mean, I
Okay,
think,
and he
like,
did that before the election, by the way. He
Mhm.
said to level it before the election.
what was
and
the
so-
context of that? Do you know?
Well-
Like, did
well,
he just say
he-
that, or was there a
He was
context of
joking
that?
about it was amazing beachfront property, and that he might want to build a Trump resort there. I think that's really off color, right?
Yeah, that's definitely fair. I think, like I said, just the generality is, I think the everyday voter sees like, hey, we saw a war from October 7th of 2023 go on
Mhm.
for 15 months, and I'm just saying this is just like my viewpoint, and a lot of Americans, at least when we were voting.
No,
This is
no,
why
but
we
you
made
understand.
that
You
vote.
understand. You voted for the man who said, "Level it. I want to build a resort because it's great beachfront property, and we're going to expel all the Gazans and send them elsewhere. They can just go and live elsewhere." Which, by the way, is classified as a G side. Even if you
Mhm.
don't unalive them all, but you make them leave and go somewhere else, that's a G side. Number
Yeah,
one.
I don't think.
Number
I don't,
two. So I'm still talking. Thank
Mhm.
you. But you thought that guy had better solutions than the woman who said she wanted a two-state solution. You thought that guy was better.
Yeah, let me address, I guess, the first point. So I think majority of Americans didn't think that he was going to level the entire Gaza and
Sorry, did
absolutely
he
decimate the
say
rest
it?
of it.
Did he
Of
say
course,
it?
he said plenty of things that he has
Okay,
really
okay.
been
So what you're
serious
telling
about.
me is okay. So you're telling me you voted for a liar.
I don't think he's a liar. I just don't think he was
but you
serious
just
about
said-
when he
but
was
you
saying
just
that.
said
So
that-
like
I'm
sarcasm
sorry.
and different things like
I'm
that.
sorry, but you just said that he says a ton of stuff that he doesn't actually do. So he's a liar.
No, not that he actually does. It's more of sarcasm, right? Like clearly he's not going to go through and level
I'm
a
sorry.
country, right?
Can you tell us then, because we obviously don't get this. Can you tell us when you know he's being sarcastic and when he's telling the truth?
Yeah, so when he says something like level an entire country, he's not going to level an entire country. That's
Okay,
that's
and
just-
you
I
know
mean, that's,
that,
That's
and you
obviously
know that.
pure
I'm
sarcasm.
sorry. I just wanna ask you a question. When you
Mhm.
say obviously he's not going to do that, because I remember, like, just after he got elected, and people were like, "Oh, he said he was going to remove all these illegals, and he's just going to arrest them and take them off, and they're not going to get to go to court and all of that." But he's not
Mhm.
really going to do that.
Okay, Erica, I'll give you, at least in my opinion, I think if he would have done that, there would have been a massive upthrow in the United States because we have so
Why-
many pro Gaza people here. I think he
sorry.
realizes that.
No,
and
I'm really sorry. I just don't understand, and you're going to have to explain to me in more detail. How do we know he's joking? And, like, apart from you're like, well, he's obviously not going to do that. How do we know when he's joking versus when he's telling the truth? What little cue are we supposed to take? Because I've watched Donald Trump and he's not a funny guy. He's unintentionally funny sometimes because he's so fucking stupid. Like when he said the other day that he told Pete Hegseth that Osama bin Laden was a bad guy the year before 9/11, when, by the way, Pete Hegseth's a year younger than me. When 9/11 happened, I was in my first job at the age of 21, 22-ish. Pete Hegseth was in his very early 20s, and I very much doubt he knew Donald Trump. So that kind of stuff is funny because he's just blatantly lying. But what you're telling me is two things. Number one, you voted for a liar. Number two, anytime he says something which you find unpalatable, you then say, oh, well, it's okay, he's only joking, until he goes and does said thing. I don't know how anybody can be supporting him anymore. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. Well, to just call Trump a liar, though, I think is kind of disingenuous when
No, it's not.
A liar.
It's not. In his first presidency, I'm sorry, in his first presidency, he told 30,000 lies. 30,000. Now, do politicians exaggerate? Do they lie sometimes? Of course they fucking do. Name me a politician apart from Donald Trump that's lied 30,000 times. Name me one.
I don't have that off the top of my head.
Okay, cool. So it's just Donald Trump then, and you're still defending him. And every time he says something that you find unpalatable, that is disgusting, it's, he was only joking. You know those guys in that Republican group chat, you know, the people that JD Vance is calling young kids, even though they were aged between 18 and 40 years old. Were they just joking when they were talking about like gas chambers and shit?
Yeah, Erica, I already said that I don't support Donald Trump.
It's just that it doesn't matter. You voted for him.
Well, yeah, like I said, but my main thing was Gaza, right?
And so I'm sorry, but you're green lighting the things that he's doing. You're green lighting the people that feel that they can talk about other people like this right now, because you are the person, along with others, who has given him the Supreme Court, who has given him the House and the Senate, and who has given him the presidency.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry for holding you accountable, but you're the person that's here right now, and you're saying I'm not really a Trumper, but you're absolutely defending these things that he's said and done.
Yeah, I try to vote at least every election, and it's always choosing between, you know, the lesser of two evils, or at least who I think would.
And the guy that said he was going to level it is apparently the lesser of two evils. Got you.
Like I said, with that specific statement, when my personal opinion is, I know that there was no way that would ever happen, because if he were to go in and send American troops, or Americans were to go and level Gaza, there would be an all-out, like there would be a civil war in the United States, because we have so many Gazan supporters, and that's where I took that statement. That's what
I'm sorry. There's not a civil war in the United States, and Donald Trump is arresting people off the street, including children, and giving them no due process. And there isn't
100%,
a civil war.
I agree with that.
And there isn't a civil war going on about that. So your idea that people are going to care enough about something that is happening thousands of miles away when they don't care enough about something that is happening right on their doorstep is fucking wild.
I think they're just two different issues, to be honest, but that's just my opinion. Like I said, I don't really have as much, I don't know too much about, I guess, the like immigration, and I would just have to do more research. So like, for example, going back to what we said about Gaza, like those are something that a lot of Americans know about. There's a lot of strong feelings about immigration. I feel like it's very torn, and there's way more gray area, and a lot of Americans don't feel as strong one way or the other. That's just my opinion, but
what do you? I'm not sure I understand what you mean when you say that with immigration.
So she was saying that like, why would there be a civil war for Gaza if we were to go to war basically with Gaza? Or compared to the immigration roundup.
I'm sorry, you don't understand. Donald Trump told Bibi Netanyahu to level it. He didn't say we will come and level it for you. He told him to level it.
Okay.
Yeah. But
I don't understand. So like I said, I mean, he said that. There's nothing really to say to that. I don't know what you want me to
But
say to that.
I'm trying to figure out why are you saying that when you're like, oh, there'd be a civil war, or no, there wouldn't.
Oh, I was saying if we were to go over and send troops and us personally,
There still wouldn't be a civil war.
I think there's so many Gazan supporters here in the U.S. I mean, that's just my opinion, but.
Well, I mean, but what Eric is saying is true. There's literally U.S. citizens being detained by ICE over here right now, and there's all of these different things going on, and we're not at that point yet. But you think that if the President of the United States sends troops halfway around the world, that all of a sudden that's going to spark a civil war in America?
I think going to war with a country who
we wouldn't be going to war with them. We would literally just be walking in. There's no one to go to war with there.
Can I just read you a news story super quick? Is that okay? Okay. US President Donald Trump has issued a sharp warning to the H group, threatening to deploy American troops to Gaza if unalivings by the militant group persist. The statement comes just days after Trump returned from Egypt, where world leaders praised him for brokering a fragile ceasefire that has so far held. The American leader's remarks appeared to be spurred by growing frustration in Israel. Prime Minister Netanyahu has voiced anger over H Group's refusal to return the bodies of slain Israeli hostages. So that was 9 hours ago. 9 hours ago, just so you know, while you're sitting here saying, oh, Donald Trump's not going to deploy troops, he's literally 9 hours ago threatened to deploy troops.
Yeah, I mean, I think too, I don't want to sit here and try to defend him, but because I know you guys are just going to try to lay on points, so I totally get it. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not supporting him. I'm just telling you guys why I voted for him, and it was in that initial thing. I wish that I wish the Democratic Party would have put someone else other than Kamala, because I think, like I said, just as a voter, it was hard to try to get behind her.
It was hard to get behind a super well-educated woman with an economics degree and a law degree, and who was a vice president, a senator, the attorney general of our largest state, the fourth largest GDP in the entire world, who had a spectacular record as both a prosecutor and an attorney general, who had actual policies and plans and was able to get an entire presidential campaign off the ground within 100 days and spoke eloquently and intelligently, versus the 80-year-old felon who had no plans, no policies, who literally was saying, hey, I'm going to do mass deportation and round up a bunch of brown people. And, oh, by the way, I'm going to end the war in Russia and Ukraine the day after I'm elected. I'm going to end the conflict in Israel and Gaza the day after I'm elected. I'm going to bring prices down on everything. I'm going to bring gas prices down, when anyone who knew anything about economics or foreign policy could tell you that's just fucking lying to your face, and there's no possible way that anyone could believe that. I mean, you'd have to be so fucking dumb to believe that, but she was just couldn't do it.
Matt,
couldn't do it.
Don't get it. Matt, you don't get it.
What?
Donald Trump was the lesser of two evils.
Right.
You don't understand.
You're right.
The man.
No,
the
I
man
don't. I
who
mean,
is- I'm sorry. I'm still talking. The man who was a convicted felon, the man who has been found liable for SA / the judge said, well, technically it was rape of a woman. The guy that says that he goes out and grabs women by the kitty cat. The guy that has bankrupted 6 companies, the guy that isn't allowed to have a charity in New York because he defrauded his own charity. That guy's the lesser of two evils, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you guys can name way more stuff than I can. I'm not super into politics. I just had to. I'm just explaining why I voted for him. I think if, like, for example, like I was watching, and I know you guys are probably going to talk crap about this. I think it was Newsroom or someone with Stephen A. Smith, Kumo. And, Stephen A. Smith was saying so much stuff about, like, what we can do and the problems and the government shutdown. And I always feel like it's the same thing over and over. We always criticize the current administration. And it's like, it sounds great. And that's why I talk about how about half the country flips from side to side, because it's like we just always continue to look at the current
That's
administration.
what you literally what you just said. Literally what you just said. And stop.
But that's what I'm
You're
making a
spreading
point.
misinformation. You got to stop. Literally half the country does not flip from side to side. That does not happen. What you just said is bullshit. Half of the country doesn't flip their political opinions every 2 years. That's wrong.
Yeah, sorry, I don't mean half.
That does not happen.
Sorry, that's incorrect. But what I'm saying, the middle America switches is what I'm saying, not 50%. I'm so sorry about that. But there's a middle America that switches, and that's really who determines the elections, right? Because you have one strong side that stays Democrat, one strong side that stays Republican, and then you have this center area that flips. Someone like me who flips. And that what I was saying though is that we see these politicians and these people talk about like the current administration. Like I was looking at Gavin Newsom. It sounds great. Like I really, really, really want to vote for Gavin Newsom when he comes up. But it's like, what's the difference between him and saying all these things compared to like the prior administration? It just seems like the same thing. In that I'm good as a voter, and I'm asking you, like,
no,
as
dude.
a
I
voter,
listen.
just feel like,
You're pivoting away from the main point here. Is neither of us, and I don't think the 1,100 people in here either. None of us understand why you voted for Donald Trump over Kamala Harris.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I just voted for who I saw in the moment. I'm an everyday American. I don't have enough time to go through and do hundreds of hours of research. I have to go with what I have.
You literally could have just gone on her website, and her website, if you looked at it for about 2 minutes, she had all of her policies listed on one side of the page and all of Donald Trump's policies or lack thereof listed on the right-hand side of the page. And you could literally just compare and contrast. She had both of them there. Quite frankly, I can't think of another political candidate in my lifetime or in modern political history that literally gave you their opponent's positions side by side so that you could just look at both of them right there. And so when you say something like, I didn't have hundreds of, you could just literally have spent 5 minutes or 10 minutes and been an informed voter.
Well, can I just point out, Matt, I have in fact, you should look into this. I have in fact had my day extended to 32 hours because I'm a normal person who has a job. So I've extended my day to 32 hours in order to do all the research. You should maybe look into that because it's almost like all of us are fucking normal people and we managed it and you didn't.
Wait, hang on, Erica, do I get an extension because I also have a job and a child?
Yeah, you can have 40 hours a day.
Oh, thank you.
Okay?
I appreciate that.
You're
That's
welcome.
good. Boy, that's
I'll get you your time turner now, Matt. Just,
So, Matt, just a hypothetical. So let's just say it's J.D. Vance and Gavin Newsom for, like, the next election. Like, as a voter, like, so when I go and look and do a contrast, I'm just trying to learn. When I do a contrast between, like, where do I go? You're saying there's, like, a site that I can just compare both of them, or I go on their sites?
I'm saying that Kamala Harris's website, if you cared at all to learn what she was doing as a candidate, if you just typed in KamalaHarris.com, you could have just read her policies and in very succinct little snippets. It wasn't like you would have had to read 100 pages of policy or something. It was just like, I'm going to do this on the economy. I'm going to do this on healthcare. I'm going to do this, blah, 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 blah. And this is going to be my tax plan, et cetera, et cetera. And then next to it, if you wanted, you could look at what Donald Trump wanted to do. And then it was like, it was all just right there. I don't know what any other politician is going to do, but most politicians here in the year of our Lord 2025, they put their policies on their website, and it's literally there with the express intent of you and I and everybody living in an age where we're not gonna sit down and read a newspaper article about policy positions, or maybe we're not gonna, I guess, watch an entire debate. I mean, I would watch an entire debate, but even still, fine. But you can sit there and read probably and know all of the main points in about 5 minutes if you're a halfway decent reader. So that's the whole point. And that's, again, not just Kamala Harris, but basically any politician.
Yeah. I got you.
I'm just saying, man, like, voting for Donald Trump is one thing, but saying, like, well, I felt like he was the better candidate, and I'm not really that big of a Trump supporter, and being, like, wishy-washy about it. Listen, I
am.
I
I'm
understand.
Sorry, I'm not a huge politics
Yeah,
guy.
that, and see, this, to be honest with you, man, this bothers me more than the people who are like, I'm a diehard. Like, I'm like, yeah, you were just blinded, and you were gonna go in and do it however you wanted, but you are saying, I wasn't really sure, and you could have stepped back and just taken a minute and like gotten a little more information, because maybe you're a reasonable person, and maybe we could have educated ourselves just a little bit more.
Yeah, 100%. I think, like I said, I think with what you're saying about Kamala, it's crazy to even say. I think if I would have just probably learned a little bit more about her stances on Gaza, that might have, made me probably lean more to vote for her. I think it was just, I saw it, and in my light, I was like kind of blinded lights. And I was like, oh, it just didn't work before, so now I vote for the other person. Like, it was just and I know that sounds bad. I know. I get it.
Can I? No. It's not that.
I'm just telling you why I voted.
I just want to point something out to you as well. I just want to point something out to you as well, though, and this is really important.
Mm-hmm.
When you're excusing disgusting things that somebody is saying by saying they're only joking, you know as well as we all know that presidents of countries, or people who are running to be the president of a country, should not encourage other leaders around the world to level places where people actually live, and especially if you have a particular interest in that. You vote, if you watched, you must have watched it when Donald Trump on the presidential debate with Kamala Harris said that people in Ohio were eating cats and dogs, right? You must have at least seen that.
I've heard about that.
Hang on a second. But the fact that didn't make you go, oh, this guy's not okay, and you didn't think, I mean, did he? I don't think he said that as a joke. He really thought it was happening. J.D. Vance, who you're talking about potentially voting for next time, he also said it happened and then walked it back in an interview. So he also knowingly said something that was clearly a lie. And it's not only that it was a lie, it was the fact that schools in that area had to close because they had violent threats from people. And when we say, oh, they're just joking, there is always a consequence to the things that they say. I just want you to be, and whoever you end up voting for, just be aware that when Donald Trump says something, there is a reaction, a visceral reaction from the people that are really Donald Trump supporters, are MAGA. And that reaction is often, things like schools having to be closed. Often.
Yeah, I think I didn't really understand what he said too. I thought he said that he was going to completely send troops and go in and like destroy Gaza. So I thought that was like so insane that like it was just impossible to happen. But no, I totally see what you're saying, how he told Netanyahu to do that, and I definitely see how that's a problem, and I definitely do not like that. So yeah, no, like I said, I just come up here to really just learn and like just show my viewpoint and why I'm more than happy to see why I'm wrong and kind of hear, be more informed. So
well, listen, it's really and I like, we have so many conversations with people who just end up screaming at us and calling us a slur, or calling me a cunt, which I actually quite enjoy. It gives me energy. But we have so many conversations that are like that, and the fact that you're even thinking about this makes you, makes you more open-minded than 95% of the people that we talk to.
Yeah, I think, like I said, my thing that made me kind of start getting more into politics was Gaza. But like I said, I'm just super not informed, so I just have to start really kind of going in and listening. I try to listen to lives, but like I just happened to have time this morning, so I was like, oh, I'll hop in and just talk about my view and why I voted, and and kind of hear. But I totally hear. I mean, like I told you, I voted Democrat prior. So I mean, yeah, I just kind of try to. It's like going back and forth. It feels like, but yeah, I just need to do better, I guess, about reading both of the policies, websites, things like that. So, like I said, just Gaza really got me. I think that was just something like it blinded me, and I went off of that intuition, and it was probably wrong. Well, definitely was. So
it's listen, if you can just try to as you move forward and with voting and with different things that you look at, if you can take some more time to really center your political views and look at what candidates are really standing for, and just take a deeper look at certain things, and is sometimes these cursory views that people espouse, the things that they're saying on the surface are really not the best. I'm far left of the Democratic Party as it currently stands, and so I don't love what the stance has been of the Democratic Party overall as it relates to that country. I don't love their stance as I don't love the stance of the United States as a whole for the last 80 years as it relates to that country, quite frankly. But if I'm going to pick a party that closer aligns with the needs of those people in Gaza, then it's the Democrats are a no-brainer. They're not blocking aid from going over there. They're recognizing that there's a famine happening. They're the ones that are at least trying to do those things. Their hands aren't clean, but at least they're trying. So I think that when it comes down to it, if we can dig just a little bit into some of those issues, you might find that you'll be like, oh, well, actually, maybe I do align with this a bit more. Oh, well, actually, on this, oh, okay, because you sound like a reasonable guy, and you sound like somebody who might actually want to learn. And learning and changing our viewpoints is the mark of someone who's actually intelligent. Like taking in new information and then being able to like move the needle. That's what actual intelligent people do. So if you might be able to do that, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah, it's critical thinking. And I want to say something else. This might help you out. When you get off here, maybe not today, but at some point, Google the political compass test. Okay, it's just called the political compass test. It'll ask you a whole bunch of questions, and it will tell you approximately where you sit politically. It will tell you left to right where you sit, and also authoritarian to libertarian where you sit. And what you can find closer to the election, they will place each of the candidates based on their policies where they are on the political compass. And then you can look, and I'm going to tell, spoiler alert, nearly every US candidate, certainly for presidency, is in the top right corner, which is right-wing authoritarian. Even like Joe Biden was in right-wing authoritarian, Kamala Harris was in right-wing authoritarian, Donald Trump was more in right-wing authoritarian, but most people that I know find themselves in the green section, which is the bottom left-hand corner, which means most people actually are more left-wing and they're more libertarian than the governments that we end up with.
I took that test. Oh man, I think it was like 8 years ago, and I think it was libertarian, very libertarian. Like the belief of, I was trying to remember, like just very, I don't even remember really what it was, but I remember I was libertarian. That's what it was. That's
Where
what
were you left to right? Do you know?
I think I was bottom right corner, like not bottom right corner, but I was in the bottom right box, if that makes sense.
That's a scary box. It's not as
Not as scary as the top right box. How far? I'm not even going to ask.
I think you
It
should.
was like kind of towards the center. It was like it wasn't like I mean.
I think you should. I think you should take the test again. Take the test again. Go to Political Compass. Take the test again. And I'm going to tell you this, man. Why don't you go take the test again and really look at some of the things and think about what you really want to be associated with and the political belief, because it really sounds to me like you are looking at what's going on and you don't want to be associated what is happening in our country right now. I think that's what I'm hearing from you, and I respect that. I respect that. Okay, and I think that the more that you look into this, I think you'll feel that way. So, anyways, I'd say go do the Political Compass test again. But I think we want to move. We're going to try to move on to maybe some other folks who want to have a conversation, because we've talked to you for a good bit, my friend. Yeah. But if you'd like to come back and have another conversation or do that, I think we'd be happy to do that. Okay, I mean that.
100%. I do appreciate you letting me up and having a conversation. And I just want to make something clear. I definitely do not support Trump, so please don't hold that against me. I voted for him, and that's why I voted, and I'm very happy and open to changing my mind, and very willing to do more research as this next election comes up. So I appreciate you guys talking with me. Thank you guys so much.
Okay, I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
Okay. All right.
I was quite stern with him while you were away.
No, I heard.
I was listening. I was stern. Oh, were you listening? Oh, yeah. Spying on me. I'm in the chat on the video app. So if you happen to be on the video app, I can see what you're saying. So be nice about me, okay?
Oh, yeah. And I can see that chat too. So, guys, be nice.
We can see you. What time is your hard cutoff, Matt? Was it 4 or 5?
4 p.m. Eastern. So we've got about an hour and 20.
An hour and a quarter-ish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is correct. So we're going to move on to our next Trump supporter. We do appreciate, though. We do appreciate civil conversation and an openness to hearing some new ideas. And so, hey, that's good stuff. So, anyways, thank you for at least keeping it chill. Drop me a follow on the main account here, on my back account over here, and then make sure you're following our friend Erica. She's private, and then she'll follow you back. If you're over on the tubes, make sure that you're subscribing, you're liking, you're sharing, you're doing all the things. You can find multiple ways of support. My way of support is here. Erica's way of support is here. And we appreciate you guys doing that. If you're over here on the TikToks, you guys know how to support either via that live goal or gifting your panel right over here. Or you too can send in support in other ways if you go into the BIOs. In fact, I'll drop a thing about that in the comments here in a minute. Anyways, we're going to move on and keep talking. And by the way, thank you to Catherine, speaking of, for the green thing. We appreciate that. Catherine sent, for vasectomy now, I will pay. Keep digging those dishes. That was funny. That was a good one. I think that was from before. And then Catherine also said, Daily Dollar to hear my PBS thank you song. Well, Catherine, I don't want to disappoint you. So you guys know this is our little nod to you.
This program was made possible by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Can I just say, if you do happen to be on the video app, or you do want to, I only have like 140 followers on the video app because I don't post anything. But I would like to be able to go live on there. So, and I need 1,000. So if you could, take 2 seconds. I'm called the same thing as here, this_Erica with a K.
Oh, that's fun. I like that. Oh, so guys, do the same thing then. We'll have to start dropping Erica's username up on the screen as well as we move forward. Hi, Mo Star Lost. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did.
Okay, how old are you and what state did you vote in?
74, Montana.
Okay, do you want to talk about one of the subjects above or something else that Donald Trump is doing right now?
I want to talk about Charlie Kirk.
Okay.
I totally disagree with your CK was a Piso, you know what? I totally disagree with that. You just talked briefly a moment ago about entertaining new ideas, having an open mind. What I've seen at the 12 turning point events that I've been at is the exact opposite from the left. They want to drown us out. They want to cancel us. And I have been assaulted twice.
Hold
at
on, time
74
out, real quick. So we're talking about Charlie Kirk, though. You said that you wanted to talk about the fact that you wanted to debate that Charlie Kirk was a piece of shit. Why are you talking about the left? We're talking about Charlie Kirk. You're supposed to be proving that Charlie Kirk wasn't a piece of shit.
I just said I have been at his events.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on board with him. He tries to open people's eyes. He has it. We all have our own opinions. You have your own opinion. I have mine.
Okay. So let me ask you
I'm
about this.
70
Okay, so can I ask you about this opinion that he gave? Listen.
You really have to wonder. In fact, if we would have said 3 weeks ago, Blake, if we would have said that Joy Reid and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson were affirmative action picks, we would have been called the racist. But now they're coming out and they're saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know. You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously. Play cut 52.
So Charlie Kirk just said, you do not have the brain processing power to be taken seriously. You had to go steal a white person's job. Do you believe that black people do not have the brain processing power the same as white people do?
Not in general, but the ones you refer
Hold on.
to, yes.
Time. Okay, great. All right, perfect, awesome. Hey, excuse me. No, you're going to shut the fuck up because it's my live. So if you believe that, cool, awesome, great, Grandpa. Anyways, if you believe that, instead of going to insults, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you the credentials of Ketanji Brown Jackson and Amy Coney Barrett. And I'm not going to tell you whose is whose. One of them is black and one of them is white. And you're going to tell me which is which, okay? I'm going to invite you to unmute. Great. All right. So let's get started. So here's the first one.
I ain't going there. Shut it off.
What's that?
Get me out.
Wait.
Get me out of here.
What do you mean?
Shit.
What do you mean? Why don't you want to hear both of their credentials back to back? Is it because you're concerned that one of them will be way more qualified than the other and it'll be the black woman?
No, Barrett's proven her worth. Brown
Wait a
has
second.
proven her
Wait a
worth.
second. Hold on. Wait a second. But he just said that one of them wasn't qualified and one of them was. Now, why do you not want me to read out their qualifications back to back?
I basically know what they are.
Really cool. Where did Amy Coney Barrett go to college?
I'd have to pull that.
Where?
up. I've got
Wait
it
a
in
second. You said you basically know what they are. Why don't you know where she went to college and law school? Where did Ketanji Brown Jackson go to college and law school?
I could give a shit where Ketanji Brown went. She's
Well,
piece of
wait a
shit.
second. It seems like you have no problem with Charlie Kirk saying his racist bullshit, but when you're confronted with the actual reality of the fact that Ketanji Brown Jackson is way fucking more qualified to be a Supreme Court justice than Amy Coney Barrett, who is white, you seem to get real fucking quiet now, don't you, bub?
That's your opinion, fuckhead.
It's not my opinion. It's literal fucking fact, and you don't like it. So why don't we go through their qualifications together? Which one of them studied at Harvard? You can not listen to me all you want. No. Oh, yeah. What's that?
I would like to hear them, and I'm sure everybody else in here would like to hear them as well. So if you could tell us anyway.
Oh, please.
And he cannot listen if he chooses to.
That's fine. I believe that I did say this earlier, well earlier. In fact, it was like at the very beginning of the show because we did have someone else who came up here and tried to pull this shit. I think it was before Erica came on. So Amy Coney Barrett went to Rhodes College in Memphis, Tennessee. And she graduated with a Bachelor of Arts, okay? And then she went to Notre Dame Law School. And yes, in France it's pronounced Notre Dame, but in America they call it Notre Dame. Okay, so just don't at me, okay? Don't at me, okay? That's what we call it here. Anyways, So that she got her, and then she was a 2 years as a law clerk. Okay, 2 years as a law clerk on the U.S. Court of Appeals, and then she practiced law at a boutique law firm for litigation. Okay, which really doesn't have anything to do or would help you much with being a Supreme Court justice, but that's fine. And then she worked briefly on Bush v. Gore. She was associate professor at GW Law School. She was a visiting professor at the University of Virginia School of Law. And then she went back to Notre Dame. And then Chief Justice John Roberts appointed her to serve on the Advisory Committee for Federal Rules of Appellate Procedure. Okay, that's Amy Coney Barrett. Now, Ketanji
That sounds good, Matt. Can you compare it to somebody, and we'll see if it's better or worse.
It's amazing. Thank you. I'd be happy to, Erica. Ketanji Brown Jackson went to Harvard with her Bachelor of Arts, graduated magna cum laude. Then she went to Harvard Law School, graduating cum laude. Then she was a law clerk for the U.S. District Court here in Massachusetts, by the way. Shout out Massachusetts. And then for the First Court of Appeals. Then she did 1 year in private practice. Then she clerked for Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer. Then she did 2 years of private practice. Then she did 2 years with the United States Sentencing Committee. Then for 2 years, she was a federal public defender, first Supreme Court Justice, federal public defender in history, by the way. Then she handled cases in front of the United States Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia. And then she was on the United States Sentencing Committee. And then she was the head of the United States Sentencing Committee. She was also a United States District Judge for the District of Columbia. Yeah.
Well, that sounds even better than the other one. That's crazy. So hang on a minute. Which one of them was it that Charlie Kirk said wasn't qualified?
The black one, the second one,
Oh,
Ketanji Brown
goodness.
Jackson. Hey, boy, since you've gotten to sit here and listen to us, Grandpa, why don't you unmute now? Because I know you couldn't find the mute button or unmute on your own, even though you could have that entire time. So anyways, how does it feel to be a racist piece of shit like your buddy Charlie Kirk?
Say that to my face, boy.
Oh, I would say that to your face every fucking day of the week, Grandpa.
You would?
Yep.
74 years old, 6'4", 275, and a logger. You really want to say that shit?
Come at me, bro. I'll call you a fascist to your fucking face.
Yeah.
I'm 5'1", and I'd say it to your knees.
And by the way, come out to fucking Massachusetts. You wouldn't last a fucking second in Boston, kid.
No, that's because that's a piece of shit state, and unlike Montana, which is a big sky, the best.
Oh,
goddamn
really?
State.
Oh, really? Are you sure about that? So we're number one. We're number one in education. We're number one in healthcare, and we're number one in fucking quality of life in America. Kiss my
You're
ass.
Number one in you're number one.
Number
in
one in
libtardism.
number one in what?
Libtardism.
Oh, wow. What a comeback. Oh, my God. Did it take you so... Wow. However long... Wow. I am so upset by your... Wow. Man. Whatever will I do now?
Credit where credit's due. That must have taken all of 10 seconds to come up with that one. Do you have any actual... Like, I'm not being funny. Do you have any actual statistics or knowledge on anything?
Well, sure. Let me ask you a question. Talking about Supreme Court justice.
Oh, wait, hang on. Before you do that, I'll let you ask your question. Just 1 second. I just want to say hi to Olive and friends. Hello, Olive and friends. Okay, ask your question.
What are the mandatory requirements to be on the Supreme Court? Do you know that?
Are you asking what are like the minimum requirements to be on the Supreme Court?
Yes.
Like as in age or
no.
Like what
qualifications. Age notwithstanding, there has to be an age limit, obviously. We can agree on that.
No, actually there are literally no qualifications because in the Constitution there's literally none. There's none listed.
So we can agree on something then.
Yeah, so I don't understand. So what's your point?
You just got done saying Brown is much more qualified, and what?
Yeah,
the hell,
because,
man?
dude, are you really this dumb? At 74 years old, you don't understand that the whole point of that. Oh my God. Okay, bro. Are you okay? I'll say this. I'll say this wicked slow. I'll say this really, really slow for you, Grandpa. I was making a comparison between two Supreme Court justices, one of whom is black and one of whom is white, because you were talking about Charlie Kirk, and Charlie Kirk said that the black one, who he named specifically, who is Ketanji Brown Jackson, he said that she wasn't qualified, and I pointed out to you that she is far more qualified than her white counterpart who sits next to her. That was the comparison. It had nothing to do with the Constitution and or there being Supreme Court justice requirements. So, Grandpa, I understand. Listen, I get it. That was a tough thing to understand, but that was the comparison I was making. It's a compare and contrast so that you could see what a racist piece of shit Charlie Kirk is.
Well, I want to.
Oh, you're making a judgment on him on that?
I'm sorry. I just want to ask you a question. Okay. So, what are the qualifications you have to be an NBA basketball player?
A lot of talent.
Oh, where does it say that? Where are the minimum?
You don't get in the door in the draft. You don't get in the door in the draft without having talent.
Okay, so what you're telling me is there are nowhere is anything posted that there are minimum qualifications.
That's correct.
Yet there are qualifications required in order to get the job, because they wouldn't give me the job as a 5'1", 46-year-old woman who can't play basketball. So this is what I'm telling you. You saying, oh, but they don't require qualifications. No, but the best person at the job is going to be the most qualified person, whether they require qualifications or not. So Charlie Kirk saying that Ketanji Brown Jackson was not qualified, whilst not mentioning Amy Coney Barrett, who is less qualified, is what makes it. No, not in my opinion. Demonstrably.
No, in your opinion. Hey, what are you laughing at, fucktard?
I'm laughing at you because you're just like, Erica just made it like a very salient point, and it's less about the fact that you disagree. It's just that you can't even understand. I'm laughing at the fact that you're so dumb that you can't even understand the point. Like, it's just flying right over your head. Tell us how high your IQ is. Tell us to brag about your IQ, please. Tell us.
Right, Matt, his IQ is not room temperature in Celsius. Like,
he doesn't get that joke, Eric. He doesn't understand that joke.
Because his IQ is not fucking high enough. Just to let you know, room temperature in Celsius is somewhere around 20.
Yeah, it's about 20. 20, 21 or whatever, yeah. That's funny. Oh. Now we're going to have to invite him to unmute.
No, because his IQ is so high, he can't work out how to unmute himself.
No. Can you do it on your own? Okay, here we go. I'll invite you.
In fact, I'm going to ask you a question. Sir, what does IQ stand for?
Don't ask me stupid questions.
What does what does IQ stand for?
I'm not going to get into this game. You guys
because I know intelligence quotient, and it's a measure of problem solving ability, and you couldn't solve your way out of unmuting your fucking self. So forgive me if I don't believe your IQ is above 20.
Hey, well, I'm blind in one eye too. You know, give me a break.
Okay, does that change your IQ?
No, but it'll change yours and make yours 20 points lower.
How do you know that I'm not blind in both eyes? blind doesn't stop you being able to use technology, because if you're blind, you have other things that help you to use technology. What the
I was
fuck are
looking
you
away.
talking
The
about?
phone was on the wrong side. I didn't even see it said unmute. I didn't even see it at the time. You people have no humanity at all. Typical liberals.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
ruining
Hang on,
the
if your
country and you're ruining the
if your
world. And
IQ,
you're gonna
if
get
your
dominated in the future. You're
Hey,
gonna
if
get
your-
dominated.
Okay, sorry, I've just muted you again. If your IQ is so high, why would you not put your phone on the side that you can actually see? Like that would be like surely in terms of intelligence, putting your phone on the side that you can physically see would be sensible. Like, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing here?
This is amazing. Also, you are muted, so show us all that you know how to unmute then. Because since it was just a matter of you were looking away from the phone, you're muted, so unmute yourself. Okay, here. I'll send you an invite.
Yeah, now you're my slave.
Okay. So anyways, hey, remember how you were talking about how we have no humanity? Are you a Christian by any chance, Chief?
Yes, I am.
Cool. So can you remind me, what does Matthew 25, 31 to 46 say?
You're the expert. You tell me. I can't quote it.
Well, do you even know like the basics of it? Like basics, what is it?
I know what it is, Matt.
What is it? What is it, friend?
It's the story of the sheep and the goats, I believe.
You are correct. You are correct. And I'd like to read that one for our Christian friend. By the way, what denomination Christian are you, friend?
I'm Methodist.
Methodist. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Well, hopefully this will jog your memory a little bit. I'd like to read a little scripture for you. I grew up Catholic myself. And this is a big one. Obviously, since this is actually the word of Jesus, right? I mean, that you would say that in the Bible, the word of Jesus himself would be considered tantamount, right?
Whatever you say.
No, I'm asking you a question. As a Christian, would the word of Jesus be considered, the most important thing probably as a Christian, somebody, a follower of Christ? Would you agree with that?
Pretty damn important, yeah.
Cool, awesome, thank you. This is Matthew 25, verses 31 to 46. When the Son of Man comes in his glory and the angels with him, he will sit on his glorious throne. All the nations will be gathered before him, and he will separate the people, one from another, as a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. He will put the sheep on his right and the goats on his left. And the king will say to those on his right, "Come, you who are blessed by my Father, take your inheritance, the kingdom prepared for you since the creation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you came to visit me." Then the righteous will answer him, "Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? When did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or needing clothes and clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison and go to visit you?" And the king will reply, "Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me." Then he will say to those on his left, "Depart from me, you who are cursed, into the eternal fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was hungry, and you gave me nothing to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me nothing to drink. I was a stranger, and you did not invite me in. I needed clothes, and you did not clothe me. I was sick and in prison, and you did not look after me." They also will answer, "Lord, when did we see you hungry or thirsty or a stranger or needing clothes or sick or in prison and did not help you?" He will reply, "Truly I tell to you, whatever you did not do for one of the least of these, you did not do for me." Then they will go away to eternal punishment, but the righteous to eternal life.
So, come on. There's not one righteous liberal in this world.
Oh, that's weird. That's weird that you would say that. Because
It's not weird.
Shut the fuck up. Right now, it's Trump's government taking food out of people's mouths. That's Trump's government doing that. It's taking food out of Americans' mouths. It's Trump who is arresting people on the street for fuck all. You have no humanity.
You know, this coming month, the USDA has advised that SNAP benefits are going to be cut across the country. You know that, right? So are you okay with women and children losing their access to food? You're okay with children starving? That's okay? That's acceptable?
That's very Christian, Matt. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you know, God said, you know, feed the hungry and help the poor, but, you know, only if they can say that they're going to get a job, or if they look like you, or if all of these conditions are met. I found that was in the Bible. Or wait, maybe that's not in the Bible. Oh, wait, we'll have to invite our friend to unmute again because he doesn't know how to work the mute button. So are you fine with that? Are you okay with the government cutting SNAP benefits and just being like, hey, we're just not gonna let kids have food to eat? Cool with that?
They'll find a way to get them fed. Don't worry about that.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. Oh, and by the way, forgot to mention this. While we're doing that and saying that we don't have the money to help out those kids, which, by the way, total, that program per year costs about $8 billion to make sure that all of those women and children and folks are fed, $8 billion a year. Oh, we're sending $40 billion right now to Argentina to bail them out because there's a billionaire who's running the country and he's friends with our Secretary of the Treasury, Scott Bessent. $40 billion we're sending them. But America first, right, bud?
They're a strategic partner. You have to consider that also.
Why are
Argentina is a strategic partner?
Yes, they are.
How?
Bro, I'm not going to get into this crap.
No. You brought it up. I mean, I was pretty sure you were lost at the word tantamount a minute ago, but now I'm really lost. But so
you're lost at the word libtard.
Where is Argentina a strategic partner of the U.S.? I will wait.
Get on your little app and Google up.
I don't need to. I know they're not.
Hey, I'm from a military family. I think I know a little better than you do.
I doubt that. But
you got that?
Where is Argentina a strategic partner of the United States? I posed the question to you.
No.
You made the statement. Now answer the question.
Fuck off.
Did you just say you're from a military family?
Yes, I am. My brother's a lieutenant colonel. Why?
So you're not in the military, but you are
not anymore.
Organizing. So you were in the military.
You betcha.
What branch?
Army.
What was your MOS?
Huh? What was my MOS? I was an E5.
That's not your MOS.
I don't care. I really don't
You weren't. Stop fucking right. This is an absolute case of somebody, I can't remember the word for it, pretending
stolen
they were
valor.
in the military when they weren't. Stolen valor. There we go.
Yep.
Because if you were in the military, you wouldn't have said you were from a military family. Why would you pretend you were in the military?
Yeah, you would have just said I served.
And we have to invite him to unmute every time.
Isn't an E5 is rank, right?
Yep.
An E5 is rank.
We
It's a senior staff sergeant.
Yeah.
Someone in the comments just said he was in the Salvation Army.
Absolutely not. You did not get asked what your MOS is and gave your fucking pay grade.
Where he's trying to run now. He's trying so hard to run.
Oh my god, that hurt my brain.
That was funny.
But he can't work out how to, because he can't work out how to unmute himself. He now also can't work out how to run. I'm just going to take a screenshot of his profile so I can let everyone know that he's stolen valor.
Absolutely not. She asked you what your MOS is and you said I'm an E5. That's a pay grade, dumbass. That's a pay grade.
So what?
There you are.
Partner?
Holy hell. Please tell me you weren't dumb enough to do that.
Say that to my face, brother. Like I told the other guys. Say this shit to my face. I deal with this all the time here in Montana, and people run.
Sure. So please tell me that you were not dumb enough when you got asked what your MOS was that you gave your pay grade.
I don't know whether he's Googling an MOS that he can say he's from.
That's exactly what he's doing.
I'll give you a hint. An MOS is your job.
What's a
For
staff?
instance,
What's a
for
staff?
instance,
What's a staff sergeant? Smart
my-
guy. What's a staff sergeant?
that would be a rank, and that wouldn't be an E5. In the Army, that would be an E6. That would be a pay grade of an E6. Rank, staff sergeant. Most of the time are squad leaders. Could be acting platoon sergeants if you don't have one. So when you get asked your MOS, here, I'll help you out for the next time you want to do this on another panel. That's your job. So when someone asks you what your MOS would be, if they asked me what mine was, it would be an 11 Bravo, most formerly known as infantry.
I think he was probably in the Gravy Seals. Or Meal Team 6.
Meal Team 6.
And how are you, Eric? It was lovely as always. Matt,
I'm
how you doing, brother?
brilliant. Thank you so much for asking. By the way, if you're watching on the video app, I'm no longer monitoring the comments, so you can say shitty things about me if you like.
Say.
Oh, my God.
Oh, there it is. He finally ran away.
There he went. What's an E6? Pay grade? Be a staff sergeant?
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, that was man. That was brutal. That guy was. Oh man, that was amazing. I would love. I know. I would love to see what that guy. I really want to see what that guy looks like. So badly.
When I said senior staff sergeant, I was really hoping he would come back and go, "Yeah, that's what I was." So I'm so hoping.
The thing is, the fact that I asked him what his MOS was and he said E5, and even I fucking knew that wasn't an MOS, is crazy.
Yeah,
I just want to say this. I was halfway across my apartment when I heard you ask him what's your MOS, and I heard I was an E5. I've never come across my apartment so fast to request up. Like, are you kidding me?
If he just said E4, we might have believed him.
Yeah, like, okay, E4. That's something. Yeah, that's something E4 would say. Yeah,
that tracks.
That tracks.
You're like, yeah, you'll be there.
By the way, I'm now a strategic partner of the US, so I demand you send me $40 billion. Thank you.
I'll cut you a check, but wait for me to call you on when you can cash it. 'Cause if you do it right now,
yeah, hold off on it. Anyways, Todd, we appreciate you very much. Thanks for coming up, friend.
Always.
Okay,
Yeah,
thanks, buddy.
love y'all,
All
man.
right,
Y'all be
take care.
good.
And Val over here on a backup account. Did you get a nanner?
I got a nanner till Monday.
Oh, bud. Did you want to hang out for a minute?
I was going to drop. I came up real quick
Okay.
because when I heard him start talking about, what did he ask about that caught my attention? He said something earlier that caught my attention. Of course, you know, when you asked him, oh yeah, you know, you gave him one. You gave him Matthew 1. You know what I'm saying? I was going to give him Matthew 4. You know what I'm saying? Matthew 4, 1 through 11. You know, he wants to claim the Bible, but he doesn't know anything about Matthew. Okay.
Well, I love when he was like, so I was like, all right, dude, all right, fine.
I don't know if you saw what I wrote in the comments. I'm like, he didn't hear a word you said.
God damn it. Literally.
But I'll come back up here in a little bit if you're on. I've got a meeting coming up.
Okay, man.
But I'll come back up in a little bit if you're on.
All right. Always a pleasure.
Bye.
Okay, guys, drop Val's backup
enjoy-
account
enjoy
and follow.
coming up.
All right. Thanks, man.
Yes,
Same.
please.
Drop Val's backup account and follow real quick before he goes. And then, all right, man, we'll see you later. Thanks, bro.
See you, buddy.
Bye.
Bye, Val. My favorite thing he kept saying was so. Well, we've just showed you she's got more qualifications, you know. And by the way, thank you to the person in the comments that said there, what are the qualifications for the MBA? Because then I was able to ask him what the minimum and as we all know, there are a whole ton of things where there is no minimum qualification, but you still take the best qualified person. Like
Exactly. That's exactly how it works. But you know, that was, I don't know, whatever. Jeff, you're not connecting. You're more than welcome to re-request. Guys, please keep liking that screen. Drop a follow, like I said, on the main account up here, on my backup account over here, on Erica's account. Make sure that you're following across the board, and you guys know how to support. Drop your support. We appreciate all of it that you guys do. James, hi, did you vote for Donald Trump?
Absolutely.
Okay, how old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm 61, and I will say that my reasonings for voting for this man.
Hang on, time out, 1 sec. I asked you age and state.
State. Nebraska.
That's fine. And then we're actually not looking for reasons why you voted. Actually, we'd like to talk about current events. So do you want to talk about one of the subjects above or something else that he's doing currently?
Well, actually, I was actually passing by and happened to catch the conversation and was kind of listening a little bit. And I wanted to kind of add in to something that you guys were talking about a little bit ago. And that is that, if we are going to be Christian brothers and sisters, we need to quit beating each other up just because of each other's political stances. And I think one of the biggest downfalls in America right now is that we have allowed politics to take the place of being neighbors, of being friends, of reaching across and going, okay, what can we do as Americans to join together?
I certainly don't incite violence.
Knock the crap out of him.
Like to punch him in the face. I don't condone violence, and I don't talk about violence.
I would have done well, but I would have been boom, boom, boom. I'll beat that.
I don't know if I'll do the fighting myself or if other people will.
Maybe he should have been roughed up because it was absolutely disgusting what he was doing. If you see somebody getting ready to throw a tomato, knock the crap out of him, would you? Seriously.
Like to punch him in the face, I'll tell you.
Try not to hurt him. If you do, I'll defend you in court. Don't worry about it. In the good old days, this doesn't happen because they used to treat them very, very rough. And when they protested once, they would not do it again so easily. We become weak. We become weak.
And you know what? The audience swung back. And I thought it was very, very appropriate. The audience hit back.
So, my friend,
and that
are you going?
And part of the reason it takes so long is nobody wants to hurt each other anymore, right? I don't know if I would have done well, but I would have been out there fighting, folks. I don't know if I would have done well, but I would have been boom, boom, boom. I'll beat that.
Do you plan on paying for the legal fees of this older gentleman in North Carolina who sucker punched the protester?
From what I understand, he was sticking a certain.
So do you plan on playing those?
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you were just
as well?
Awesome? Why don't you play the ones from Democrats where they talk about violently assaulting people on the right? So Joe Biden and other Democratic politicians saying the same thing. That's the president of the United States. I'll wait. Any clips you'd like to play, I'll allow you to play them right now. I'll give you all the time you'd like. Any Democratic politicians who said anything comparable to that, I will play them right now. Any of them.
Well,
I'll play any and all of them.
How about Biden in his last 18 months in office talking about wanting to take Trump out back to the woodshed and beat the crap out of him? Now, I remember hearing that comment 3 times from 3 different speeches.
Wait a second.
That Biden gave.
What did he say? Say it again. I'll play it for you.
He talked about taking Trump out back and beating the crap out of him.
He said I could take him behind the gym, and he said that in hold on, a timeout. Number 1, he said that, and he said that in response, and that was 9 years ago, and he said that in response to the fact that he was being asked about all of the many allegations of sexual abuse against Donald Trump, including the Jeff files. So when he was asked about that specifically, he gave an impassioned response and said, because of those things, I would do this to him. Now, I don't condone political violence, but we're talking about a single instance, and we're talking about specifically as it relates to that with that one person. So, aside from that, do you have any other examples?
No, my friend, I'm not going to do
That's
this
what
with
okay,
you.
cool. Yeah, you're not going to do it with me because you don't have any other examples, and I can play you clip after clip after clip of Donald Trump inciting violence against Democrats and calling for violence against Democrats, and you can't play me any of any Democratic politicians doing the same thing, because when you do this bullshit of we should just come together. Yeah, maybe the guy who's the president of the United States should stop calling for violence against the other side of the aisle.
Well, my friend, I called up because I was interested in your program and stopped in because I think there are some good things that you did say, but I was hoping to find someone of intelligence to speak with, and I've discovered that that is not the truth.
So you don't like, I know you're going to run away because you don't like when facts are presented to you. Oh, and by the way, if you really want to look at it, here's from the American Journal of Democracy. You're probably going to run away again on this one. This is terrorism in the United States. And what's really funny here is if we're really going to get into violence in American, political violence in America, you can see here on the bottom it's listed by year. And far left terrorism is this line. It's right down here if you can see my cursor. And boy, far right terrorism is this dotted line in America. And it's so weird. When's the major spike? When's this major spike happen? Oh, that's right. 2016 is when this major spike that you see over here on the right side of the graph, it happens. And do you know what that directly correlates to? Yeah, that directly correlates to when Donald Trump started saying all of his shit about, hey, we should hurt people who don't agree with us. So when you come in here and you're like, oh, I thought we could be intelligent. I thought that we could have a blah, blah, blah. And kumbaya and hold hands. Literally, you should be condemning the guy who actually is calling for violence against the other side. But you're not.
Actually, my friend, I'm condemning anybody that thinks that we need to incite violence. And that doesn't make any difference whether it's the president of the United States, or that doesn't make any difference whether you are serving in Congress. That doesn't make any difference whether you're serving in the House.
You see, that's where you're wrong. And that's where you're wrong, because it actually makes a huge difference. Because if it comes from your mouth or my mouth, that's one thing. If it comes from the president of the United States, that does mean something different. And you're absolutely being disingenuous if you think that an elected official, whether low-ranking or high-ranking, but especially the president of the United States, if they say something, that it doesn't matter way more than you and I saying something. That's completely disingenuous.
No, I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. Anybody that talks about wanting to hurt other people, whether you're the president or whether you're people like you and myself, anybody that talks about you want to hurt somebody, that kind of stuff doesn't need to be happening. That's the kind of stuff that I'm against. And I will stand right up there with you as long as you're willing to admit that it's not just the Republicans that have been part of this problem, but it has been the Democrats as well.
I'm sorry. I just want to clarify something super quick. You're saying you condemn threats of violence from anybody, correct?
I don't think we need to be making those kind of comments like what we've seen
And
coming
did you
from.
vote for Donald Trump in 2024?
Yes, in 2024 I did.
Okay,
Yes.
so you voted for him after he made the vast majority of those comments. Can you tell me when Kamala Harris made a comment that incited violence towards anybody?
Actually, I'm kind of surprised that Kamala Harris could say anything of intelligence at all. Because
I see. So what you're saying is, a woman who is highly educated, who has more qualifications in her little finger than you or I have combined in our entire bodies, who, was vice president, was also attorney general for the largest state in the US and the fourth biggest economy in the world, somebody who was elected senator, district attorney, attorney general, or, all of her qualifications, that you don't think that she can talk, and you want to get rid of political violence, but she didn't talk about political violence, yet you voted for the man that was constantly encouraging political violence amongst his supporters. Is that what you're saying?
no, what I'm saying is I voted for
No,
the
that
person.
is what you're saying. I just help you
No,
out.
no, no, no.
That
You
is
need to
what
let
you're
you need to
saying.
let me finish. You need to let me finish. What I'm saying is I voted for the person that had the smarts and the ability to do the things that need to be done to bring our nation back. Now, in all the speeches that I've ever heard Kamala Harris make, I hear her making it. I hear her making the same speeches, the same cackle and everything. And to me, the entire time that I ever witnessed Kamala Harris, with the exception of when she was in the Democratic debate for president, I never saw her while she was vice president. And it was kind of shocking to me. I want to be honest.
Oh,
It was
okay,
kinda shocking
excellent.
to me
So can you
because-
tell
Wait a
us?
minute,
Oh
wait a
no,
minute,
no, no,
let me
it's fine.
finish.
I got you. You've monologued enough. So, anyways, tell us about some of the things you saw Mike Pence do while he was vice president.
Well, unfortunately, like most vice presidents, they kind of he.
What you can't
Sometimes-
wait a second. I thought that you were just down on Kamala Harris because you didn't see her doing things. But strangely, you can't name a single thing that Mike Pence did while he was vice president. This is weird. Well, why don't you? I'll help you out. Maybe you want to name something that Joe Biden did while he was vice president, or maybe you want to name something that Dick Cheney did while he was vice president, or Al Gore, or Dan Quayle, or George
Well,
H.W.
sir,
Bush. Oh, wait, I can name something that Dan Quayle did because I'm old enough. He spelled potato wrong. Remember that one? That was funny. Remember when that was the worst thing that people did? That was funny. Anyways, I love how you've got this crazy double standard for Kamala Harris, but certainly didn't bother you about Mike Pence. But anyways, when we're talking about stuff like that, it's really kind of strange that you think that Donald Trump was the more qualified person when... And also, you think that there was some issue with Kamala Harris repeating a speech when that's literally what politicians do when they go from place to place and they have rallies and they basically go over their talking points in campaign speeches where they say the same policy points because it's their message. The same thing that Donald Trump did from rally to rally to rally, where he said the same stupid things over and over. The only difference was what Donald Trump would be he would then start rambling incoherently about things that were not related to policy in any way, manner, shape, or form. Like, remember when he would talk about the great Hannibal Lecter for some odd reason, or he would talk about how there were that magnets don't work underwater, or that we shouldn't have electric boats because the sharks would get electrocuted, or he would talk about the fact that wind power is bad because it causes cancer. So yeah, that's what politicians do. It's just that with Donald Trump, he just goes off script.
Can I just point out, Matt, you forgot the other thing that Donald Trump was doing when he was making speeches, which was inciting violence. You forgot that part.
Well, I mean, I thought that our friend remembered that from the beginning of the conversation since it made him so uncomfortable and he couldn't seem to provide any Democratic politicians doing the same thing.
Well, my friend, I called to have just a nice conversation. I'd like to thank you guys for your input, and but I need to run now to another meeting. You folks have a great day. Have a very blessed day.
Fuck your kumbaya.
Nice of you to pop in.
I just wanted we should all let's put everything. No. He's never going to do it. But why don't you tell the president of the United States to stop saying that he hates us? Maybe we could start there. You know, that thing that happened just like 2 weeks ago? Cool. Anyways, appreciate all of you fine folks for being here.
Now, Matt, I'm not American, so I might be wrong about this because, you know, my knowledge on US politics is sketchy at best. But the way I understand it, the president of the United States is the president for everybody, not just people of one specific political persuasion. So wouldn't it, if you want the whole country to come together, wouldn't the best person to make that happen, in fact, be the president of the United States? Wouldn't it? Or am I being crazy? I might be being crazy.
Not only would that person be the president of the United States, but Donald Trump thinks or used to think that was the president of the United States because he used to blame the president of the United States if Americans didn't come together or if legislation didn't happen or whatever it may be. So, yeah. But anyways.
I was just checking because, you know, I'm just here being pretty.
Yeah.
I don't know anything. And I'm definitely not funny. So
you just stay over there. That's fine. W's for Erica, by the way. W's for Erica. W's for our friend Erica, because that was chef's kiss. Guys, if you vote for Donald Trump, hop in the box. Drop your follows. Drop your daily heart me's, too. I really do appreciate those daily heart me's. So make sure you're following the main and the backup. Make sure you're following Erica. She'll accept you some point later on. She's private as long as you're not a total fucking creep or one of her students. If you're one of her students, stop talking to adults on the internet. If you're over on the tube side, thank you guys for being over on the tube side. If you're not on the tube side, you should get over there and subscribe because, you know, hey, if anything ever happens over here, we can be over there. And if you're on the tube side and you want to support, my information's up here. Erica's information is on the bottom. Let's move on to our next Trump supporter, hopefully, okay? Danny, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Hell no.
Okay.
No.
Okay. No, you can say hell no. That's fine. We appreciate you, Dan, but we're just looking to talk to Trump supporters right now, friend, okay?
I know, but can I briefly say something, please?
Real quick.
I served in the United States Marine Corps. And I heard that poser come on and was talking about senior staff sergeant rank.
Yeah.
There's no effing such thing as a senior staff sergeant rank. E5 is not staff sergeant. E6 is staff sergeant. I went in the Marine Corps in 1987. I was a 4421 legal services specialist. People are mentally deranged who would try to claim something that they've never experienced in their effing life.
Yeah, man.
I earned listen, I'm not saying I was the greatest Marine, but God damn it, I earned the Eagle, Globe, and Anchor. And I don't appreciate none of them loose mouth bitches coming up here claiming that there's something that they're not. And you cooked that hypocrite that came up to appeal to your whiteness, to say, hey, can't we get along? And why do I say whiteness? Look how he responded when he talked about Kamala Harris. He completely maligned her character. The lady is a great public servant. And he knew nothing else about no other vice president. But he was a misogynist, and apparently he was a bigot. So my thing is simply this. My dear lady from the UK and you, my brother, listen to me. I am listening. And damn it, I have a diabetes and I'm legally blind. I can only see in one fucking eye. And I have an amputated toe. But you guys are kicking ass. And I stand with my 9 toes and tell you, keep going. Your voice needs to be heard. Keep going. And for all you MAGAs that voted for Trump, this is your fucking fault. The way we are in this country now is your fault because you empowered them bastards.
Well, 2 things I'd like to say, Danny. Number 1, Semper Fi, thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. Can we get W's in the chat for Danny? We want to thank Danny for your honorable service because you are not an oath breaker. Okay, we thank you for that. But number 2 is I want to address your other point, which is we know. Hold on, I'll wait 1 second for that. And thank you guys for your support. But we know, Danny, when we talk to those people, even when they're trying to be conciliatory, okay, even when they're trying to backtrack off of it, and they say those things, we know the real reason at the heart of all of this, they couldn't vote for a black woman. They couldn't vote for a black woman. They couldn't vote for a black woman who had 2 degrees, who graduated magna cum laude from Howard University, who held all of those positions of power that she was duly elected to and served very well in, who is an incredible speaker. That the only way that they could get her was to do stupid edited YouTube videos of like them slowing it down so it sounded like she slurred her speech. That was the only way that they could trick people into thinking that she wasn't a good speaker and an intelligent person. And it is embarrassing for our country that we have to continually point out to these people that the only real reason that they didn't vote for her at the end of the day was because she was a black woman, and it's a very sad state of affairs for our country. So,
and if I may say this in closing, and I'll keep my composure, I want the listeners, all 1,200, I think, of you, to understand something about this social construct called race that's been used successfully for centuries in this country to weaponize us against each other. As it relates to black people, I've been black. I just turned 58 the 8th of October. I'm 58 years old. I live in Brunswick, Georgia. I lived in the South all of my life. My stepfather, my late stepfather, was one of the first black police officers in the city of Brunswick. I want to say something. I want you to all see, people paint pictures of each other to give a negative connotation of who we are. Yeah, are there some bad things going on in the black community? Yes. But I want you to understand something. Black people have fought in every military campaign in the history of this country, even when this country was fighting back black people and not giving them any type of recognition. The first black Marines couldn't even go to Parris Island. We had to go to Mumford Point. Yep. So let me say this to you. I think there comes a time when you look at the overall picture, we have earned our patriotism to this country. We fucking earned it. And I'm tired. I'm super tired.
Yeah, Danny,
people
I know.
maligning the character of citizens of this country on the basis of their skin color or their gender. So I would ask that all you patriots, real patriots, that you would look at yourselves in the mirror and stop the bullshit, because it's the elites that are using race to divide Americans against the Americans. They don't care anything about race. They just use it as a motivating factor to the uneducated to get your political power. Yeah. And with that, I close.
Danny, I just want to say something, and I know because you've been in here a while, you'll get my joke. I just want to say, unlike the Mensa member we had up here earlier, well done with your not being able to see out of one eye, being able to locate the request button on your phone. If you were here earlier, you know what I'm talking about. But thank you, Danny. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Erica, I love you. You are incredible. You're funny. You have a dry sense of humor. And I'm laying on the bed. I fell back on the bed when you said that about my one eye. I have never had anybody pick at me about my one eye, and I took it good. But I just took that really good. But hey, you guys, keep standing up for what's right. Your children and your grandchildren are watching.
Thank you, Danny. I'm gonna drop you back down, but we're real proud to have you here, and thank you for your kind words. Okay, I hope you have a great rest of your day, friend.
Thank you,
And
my brother.
thank you for your service, Danny. Hoorah.
Thank you, Danny.
Thank you.
All right, take care, friend. Bye.
Okay, brother.
W is for our friend Danny. W is for our friend Danny. All of us, see there. I'm going to bring you up in 1 second. I just want to see if I want to make sure we got another Trump supporter here. And then I will bring you up Olive. Mike, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump? Mike, hello? Okay, I guess that was a mistake. Guys, if you voted for Donald Trump, hop in the box. What's that?
Is it nice of you to pop in, Mike?
Yeah.
Whatever you're making me, I'm sure it will be delicious. Thank you.
Sure it will. Shamlin, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump? No? Okay.
I'd like Florida Mum from the comments to come up and tell me why her mum has failed to make me a hot drink in the last couple of hours.
Oh, I asked for a Hot Pocket.
Oh, did you? I
Yeah.
mean, her mum's basement is very roomy. I'm enjoying it.
Jamie, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
No, I am so sorry. My bad. Drop me.
It's okay. That's all right, friend. It's okay. Guys, if you voted for Donald Trump, hop in the box. We would really like to get one more Trump supporter up here. If you voted for Donald Trump, we're also going to bring our friend Olive up real quick for an announcement. Rosalie, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump? I guess that's a no. Somebody asked in the comments, how can I follow Erica? If you just click on Erica, you will get the follow. It's just that she has to accept you later on. So that's how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in.
I had to make you a shrine to follow you, Erica. This is bullshit.
I'm sorry. I'm a teacher, so I'm really careful about not having a public account and only letting adults follow me, as I have a duty of care.
Yeah.
Well, hi, friends.
What's
Happy
hap-
Friday.
Happy Friday. I heard you were having a watch party for us earlier.
Yeah, so one of the things, because I am on my backup account because TikTok sucks, if I don't catch Trump supporters, we'll just follow you guys around through different lives. So when you and RJ were jumping between MAGA live, we just sat there and watched you guys. So that's what I do on afternoons after Monica goes live. So you guys know my main account, which is tagged in my backup account. Check it out there. I was coming up, though, because I'm hoping to the 1.1K people in here, we're all registered to go to the No Kings protest tomorrow. And if you're not, I'm sure you're going, I'm assuming, Matt, right?
I am.
So I'm assuming you're also going to be streaming it.
I may or may not be streaming. I might. It depends, but yeah, maybe.
So if you see your favorite creators live streaming No Kings, and you can't go, whatever the case might be, repost their lives constantly. I'll be streaming from this account and my main account when I get that back on Saturday. And then as we continue to move forward, we're going to keep pushing forward that rhetoric, because there are no kings in the U.S. If you can't protest, you can still contact your local representatives. Throughout Discords I'm in, there are little samples that you can use to copy and paste for emails, whatever the case might be. But regardless, if you can't go out and use your voice, you can still call an email.
Can I just point out, just for people who are international, such as myself, there are also protests planned outside American embassies in lots of countries. So if you are passionate about this and you are somewhere outside of the US, if you're American or not American, in this country, it's not called a No Kings protest because OBS. It's called like a no authoritarians or no fascists or something like that. But please do check out if there's one. If you're near an embassy, please check out if there's one in your country. and try and get your butt to it, that would be awesome.
So for me specifically, you're gonna see me through this account from this. Actually, no, I'll be on my main account again. So because the ban ends at 10, I think. So you guys will see me from this account. This account started off, and then on my main account, and then I get my main account back all together. So back from 8 until whenever Monica goes live. But that's all. I want people to, make sure they're participating. If you don't know where to sign up for it, I have a link in the bio, or you can look up nokings.org, I believe, and you can sign up that way. And make sure you go with the buddy. But that's all. And I was bombarding just to, just say hi. Just doing my Olive self.
No, we're glad. Hey, guys, also, while we have Olive up here on her backup, can everyone make sure that they're following Olive's backup, too? Because, it's just always good. So while we've got something down, okay? While one of us, like if we have main account down, it's always good when you follow your favorite creator's backup account so that you can find them in that event. So if you follow Olive already, which I bet a lot of you do, make sure you've got her backup account. So this is a great opportunity to do so, okay? All right, wonderful. Fantastic.
This is where you'll find me if I'm in trouble, which is most of the time. I had to change it because I was doing so good for almost 3 months where my name was Op Egg, was this account. And then I got caught, and then we were trying to kick it out, and we couldn't kick it off, so then I had to change it to Olive Martini.
Oh,
so,
you were like,
but
man.
I also have to work on whatever the fuck's going on with TikTok.
Everything is like, who knows? But yeah.
Just as another PSA, if you're not a protester generally, do check out advice online about being safe at protests. There is a ton of advice out there. There is stuff that you really want to take with you, like water, and you might want to wear some sunglasses. And there's just some stuff you might want to do. So go check out the advice online about how to keep safe at a protest.
And you know what I want to see come from these protests? I want every single person who participates in these protests to continue forward with their No Kings ideology and protesting. That does not just mean you stand on the road and you scream No Kings. You actively become active in your local elections, in your local areas. You continue to move forward and talk with people about staying involved and staying informed, because especially with SCOTUS possibly changing around the Voter Rights Act in Louisiana, non-white people will not have representation in Congress. And as a cottage cheese complexion individual myself, and trying to understand more and more as I've gone through life and trying to deconstruct my racism, it is not fair that just because of the color of my skin, that means my rights matter more than non-white individuals. And I want people to understand that.
Yeah. No, I mean, 100%. It's, I think that's an important thing for a lot of us to understand. I wanted to answer a couple of questions that came through the comments. One is, I believe I'm going to be at the Common. If you're in the Boston area, I think that's where I'm going to be. The reason I said I may not be live streaming is because I may not be taking my main phone with me. So oftentimes when I go, I take a secondary because of just a lot of various reasons. And that secondary has just about nothing on it other than a few basic contact numbers. I'm going to advise you that if you do bring your phone, that you turn off your fingerprint or your Face ID, whichever it is that you use, or any of those things are on the Android, like the swipe thing. Turn those things off because you do not want there to be any way for a police officer or other agent to force you to open your phone. Obviously, water is always a thing that you want to have on hand. Obviously, and if you have an extra cell phone battery or anything like that, any one of those like power packs or anything like that. Funny enough, one of the things that I always recommend that people bring is goggles. Like swim goggles are always like a really, really good thing because A, they're not bulky, but B, if you think that you might get hit with some sort of gas, they're really helpful. Also, somebody said in the comments, I was going to say as well, a bandana, a rag or something like that. And then also, one thing that you guys can do is I've always carried like a small thing I was always told that milk of magnesia is a good thing to have. That can help you if you get irritants and different things like that, because you really need to protect your eyes. So that's one thing that you can use. Also, if you want to bring like a little thing of like moist towelettes and like can help like wipe off and stuff like that. Never use directly on your eyes, but some of those things can help if you're really worried about being in an area. Also, lastly, if you're worried that they're going to take your phone, but you need an important number or different things like that, permanent marker on your arm, on your leg, something like that. Permanent marker is going to stay on for a long time, even if you sweat. It's going to stay on your body for a long time. So.
Well, and also make sure you're wearing proper shoes. The covering you're wearing is protective enough. And honestly, at this point in time, if ICE is going to wear a mask, make sure you do something, right? Yeah. We don't need agitators. We don't need, we're not supposed to fulfill what the right believes in the ideology of the left, right? We are supposed to be the people who use our voices for good. Good trouble is good. We do not go out and we do agitation and stuff like that. I want people to understand that. Yeah. Also, don't wear contacts. You wear your glasses.
Yep. Yeah, 100%. Because you do not want to be in a situation where you get irritants in your eyes and you have contacts in. It's not going to end well. It's not going to end well for you. So just think about all those things. Also, lastly, tell someone who is not going to be there. Well, I mean, obviously tell your friends who are going to be, make sure that you've got a communication network with your friends who are going to be there, but tell a trusted family member or friend who isn't going to be there. Say, I'm going to be at this No Kings protest. It's going to be around this time. Maybe we're going to march from point A to point B. We're going to this, that, whatever it may be. Let them know and say, hey, I'm going to check in with you when it's done at X time. That way they know that if they don't hear from you, maybe they need to go looking for you. And then someone said also share your location. Yeah, share your location with somebody, okay? So do those things, because that way, if you don't have your phone, if someone's detaining you or something is happening, maybe they know to come looking for you, okay? That's really important. Those of us who grew up without cell phones will remember actually having to let people know,
Matt,
what's that? I wasn't talking to you.
Baby.
I wasn't calling you a baby. I was calling myself old. That's all.
Can I give a couple of other pieces of advice regarding protesting? Yeah. Number one, check out, if it's a march, check out the route of the march, and check out how to get back to your vehicle or however you got there from where you are on the march. But also check out spots on the march where police do something called kettling when you are in a march, where they will try and block you off in a particular area. Just be mindful of areas where police can block you off and get you in an enclosed space. Not you individually, but as a group. So know your way back to your vehicle or whatever mode of transport you use to get there, and just take a look at the route in case people try and block you off in small areas where you can't get out of,
Correct. I agree. Also, buddy systems help too. Me and Manny are gonna go hang out with Blue in Memphis. So if you are in Memphis, you can't miss me. You'd see the whitest person there, which would be me. Yep, and then Martina did bring up a good point. Above all else, follow the instructions of your safety marshals, because people who are doing the No Kings protest have gone through training and they kind of know what they're doing. They've been doing this for a long time, stuff like that. But all in all, right, even after No Kings, you continue to push forward. We do this on the internet so you guys can see it, but don't be ashamed to do it either. You can use your voice.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Listen, guys, I think that we're probably going to wrap things up now, since I said I was going to have a hard cutoff at 4. So probably gonna finish things up. Hold on, I guess Naquan said he wants to come up. All right, here, guys. Before we wrap up, I'm gonna let both of you guys up real quick to give a couple more tips, but we'll just try to keep it brief. Give our friends a moment to do that. I appreciate you guys, too. I want you to have a second. So each of you guys, hello, friends.
Hey, yeah. So I've been protesting since I've probably been about 16. Um, don't wear perfume. Don't wear lotion. Don't wear anything that's gonna stick to your skin. It's not gonna be safe. If they use tear gas, it's gonna help the tear gas stick to your skin. Milk doesn't work for tear gas. So if you can, go pick up some saline or some eye drops from any corner store, and keep that with you. Also, if you do not have an iPhone, you can download this app called Life 360. Make other people download it. It lets you set markers on this app, and it will tell you when the person arrived at this location and leave this location. Download these apps. Also, if you see just maybe 2 people that are out the bunch of 1,000 people doing something dumb, don't go over there to stop them. Walk the opposite way. Let them do what the hell they doing. Your job is to make it back home safe. At the end of the day, your job is to make it back safe. Don't sit there and try to be a superhero and be like, oh, this is the wrong thing. We shouldn't be. Walk away, because then you can get caught up in that. You can get caught up in that. It's Life 360, I believe it is. I'm trying to remember, but it should be Life 360. Just Google GPS apps. Most of them work the same if you don't have an iPhone.
Yeah.
Me, I take both of my phones. I take my fingerprint and my face recognition off, and I do that because I want to be able to record. So if something happened, I have evidence to prove that I was nowhere at these locations that they said that people were doing this kind of stuff at if they come to look for people. I live in New York. We have a shitload of security cameras out here.
Yeah. Nick, I don't mean to cut you off, but I do have to run here in just a minute, but I want to give Martina a minute. Martina, do you want to add anything else?
Yeah, thanks for letting me up. I'm Martina. I'm a activist and organizer working on the No Kings here in NYC, and also worked on No Kings, the first edition, and multiple other National Days of Action. I've initially requested up to say what Olive already said for me, which is, above all else, your organizers, the people in the safety vests, they have been trained for this. They have been planning for this. They know your backup plans, your safety plans. They know exactly what should happen in any scenario. So just know where they are. If something happens, follow their lead. And if anybody tries to agitate or aggravate, ignore them. Humans that are like screaming Trump things or incendiary things, they're the same as the bricks that were left by the road during the Black Lives Matter protests. Ignore them. They're trying to get a rise out of you to have an excuse to cause bigger and bigger problems. Ignore them, move on, and make sure that before you leave, you've met at least one other set of activists or organizers. You found at least one other new mutual aid fund or protest group, because above everything else, this is a display of our community that we need to deepen and make stronger and build out mutual aid funds so that we can prep for things like general strikes, so we can prep for things like the next steps of action beyond just marching in the streets. So make sure you've made at least one new connection or learned about one new organization and made a plan to show up to one of their next organizing meetings. That's it. Thank you for letting me up.
Excellent. Thank you, guys. All right.
Just last thing.
Oh, it's up.
Your passwords. Don't use anything that they can guess easily. So if you have your date of birth, which most people do, your kid's date of birth, your name, change it. Write it down. Leave that at home. Even if you forget while you're outside, leave it at home.
Yeah, 100%.
Thanks, man.
100%. No, absolutely. Thank you, guys. All right, we appreciate all you fine folks. I'm gonna bring you guys down. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Olive. Thank you, friend. We'll see you soon. Okay. Bye, friend.
I'll see you later.
Bye, Erica, friend.
Yes, buddy.
This has been a lot of fun. Before we wrap up, can I ask everyone to please drop a follow on our friend Erica's account over here, even though she's gonna accept you later on. Please drop me a follow over here on the main account. Subscribe on the tube. Please go over there and subscribe, because hey, now we can be over there. So thank you guys for helping us out over there. If you can, even if you just drop over there, drop a like, do a share, do the thing. do all the things. And hey, you know what I was thinking, Erica?
What were you thinking?
I was thinking that we should raid Brett.
I think we should, because Brett Cross is a bit of a dick.
And I was thinking that instead of saying Matt raid, Erica raid, I was thinking that we should have everyone go in there and just write Brett is a dick.
Cross. No, Brett Cross is a bit of a dick.
All right. Well, I mean, we're
you
asking
can
people to
shorten
remember a lot here. I mean, I was trying to make it easier.
You can shorten that to ABOD, ABOAD, abode.
Okay.
A bit of a dick.
ABOAD is what we're going to say they can shorten it to?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, ABOAD.
All right. So, and by the way, for anyone who doesn't know, I'm going to drop Brett's @ in here. He gave me a raid last night, so I'm happy to return the favor. This is we both love Brett. This is a joke. He's gonna find it hilarious. Also, when he raids me, he has you guys come in here with hilarious see, Emmy, perfect timing for Emmy. Emmy did the phrase and then I did the username underneath it. So that's perfect timing.
Yeah.
So
that you know, I call Brett a bit of a dick and he calls me a lot of a dick. So this is a mutual it's a love thing.
Exactly.
You know? It's a love thing.
I'll be back Monday evening, 10 p.m. Eastern time, like normal. Guys, thank you to Erica for taking the time to co-host today. We love it. Thank you, Erica.
You're welcome. Can I just ask everyone before you leave, just tell Matt to break a leg. You don't need to know why, but just say break a leg in the comments. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, guys. All right. Well, bye, Erica. Bye, friend. Bye, TikTok. We'll see you guys soon. We'll see you. Bye. And YouTube. Bye, friends. We'll see you guys soon. Thank you for hanging out over here and helping the algo just a little bit. Appreciate.